Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance, get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning and welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I'm live with you today. We're going to follow some stocks. We're going to do what we do. I will be showing you I made a PowerPoint presentation for GameStop for this quarter, but it's not the traditional one. It's not the one where I tell you, here's the dollar total, here's what it's going to be. I'm doing something a little different this time. It's a segment I'd like to call Hidden Figures. And it's all the money that's out there that's hidden within the balance sheet. The money that they don't want to tell you about, that I've told you GameStop is sandbagging a number. When they give you their total and they tell you this is what we've made, and I look at the balance sheet and I see it a totally different way and I go, wait a minute, go read the fine print. When you say GameStop's not profitable, guys, I'm going to remind you just how profitable they are. And yes, they did make a profit last year, you just don't know it. They made a profit so far this year, you just don't know it. But I'm here to show it. That's the difference. So we're going to go over GameStop. We're going to go over all the other stocks eventually at the end of this show. But for now, it's all GameStop. So if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt the chat. You can. Additionally, I'm going to be in the chat channel on the Discord. I'm in the voice chat channel right now. I'm going to invite anyone who wants to join the chat. If you have any questions, ask them. You know how to get a hold of me. You click on the link. It's going to be pinned to the top of the chat. When you click on the link, don't worry, you're there with me. Okay? So, and you just got to make sure that you're off mute. You got to go that route. So here we go. I'm going to take myself off the screen, guys. And this is called Marantz Rantz Hidden Figures. This is 2023 quarter 2 earnings preview. And the reason why I want to focus on some of this stuff and all these little charts that I put together for you is so that you guys know exactly where GameStop is headed moving forward. I know that a lot of you guys are sitting there and you guys have some uncertainty going on with your investment. After being here for this long, you guys are worried. I've read every comment. I see everything. For those of you guys that are joining the chat right now and the Discord, just know I will be with you in a bit. I'm just going to do this part of the show, and then you can join up live in a minute, okay? So nothing against anyone. So check this out. I know that you guys are sitting there, and you guys are like, oh, my God, GameStop's going to lose on earnings again. I just saw a headline right now. It said GameStop's going to have a tailwind, as in retail downward, and it's going to have these headwinds, actually. So where that it won't actually come out as high as it could, right? If it were in a booming economy and we weren't dealing with inflation, we weren't dealing with interest rates as high as they are, and those are all the macro trends. And that's what people really invest on if they're swing trading or day trading. But if you're investing, you invest past the macro. We've said this. So for me personally, I love GameStop and I like where they're going, but there's so much more to the balance sheet than just what you see, and that's what I want to point out. So we're going to do that today. It's not going to take long. We're going to get through this part really quick, and then we'll go have fun with the charts and go actually look at the movement of the stock. So that's where we're going with that. I see Jason sending me messages, and yeah, we're on our next leg up. We absolutely are on the next leg up. We bounced off the 1850. If you guys don't know, that was our resistance right now over the last day or two, and now that it will be our support. So we should bounce from here and move on up on GameStop if you guys are looking at it on the chart. But let's go ahead and make sure that I'm all lined up. I just want to make sure I have everything ready for you guys. All right, I think we're good. Let me know if my big head gets in the way, but more so than that, it shouldn't. So first, I want to look at GameStop as a whole. This is going to be, let me see something really quick. This is the chart. Yeah, we're good. I think we're going to be good on all the slides except for like one, maybe like two away. So we're good. So this is the chart right now. And if you're looking at this chart, I want you to see right here, they have a 1, 2, and 3. That's a triple bottom, guys. If that's not bullish, I don't know what is. That means we are bouncing off of that support line and we're shooting back up. You really can't get us past down $15, $16 range. I've asked them to try. I really want them to try. I would have had an extra share if they would have did it that way. Today I put in $100, right? So let's just say I bought the stock about $100 worth, which is a good day for me. And that's 5 shares plus the carryover, about 5.5 shares. Guys, I'm not crying. I paid $91 for 5 shares. And I would tell you, that's a share and a quarter pre-split. I love the price. It's like $76 a share right now pre-split. If you guys don't understand all this terminology because you're brand new to GameStop, don't worry. All the original GameStop guys know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. But right here, when you look at this stock, you're going to see that the 52-week high is actually $34.99. It means $35. We're more than half of that right now. So in any given fiscal year, this is the truth, and you can go read about this. I don't care what you are. Stocks traditionally go anywhere in a window from a 50% jump, okay? Up and down. They can go there. You're in a 50% window. So for us to go from $35 down to 17, that's that 50% window. And now we're coming right back up to it. We can get right back to where we were as the previous intra-year high. We can do that. It's going to take a great announcement, some great earnings, and then, of course, whenever Wall Street wants to stop dicking around as far as what the value of the stock really is. But for me personally, I don't care. I don't care if it gets to $30 this week, this year, this month, in the next 5 years. I don't care because the lower the price is, and this is the difference between me and everyone else out there. I'm all in into the point that I tell you this. If the price stays at $20, I'm buying it every day of the week, no matter what it is, because with that cash burn that doesn't exist, the net share equity position that exists for us, but the narrative that they're burning off cash that doesn't exist, really, it's not true. That tells me I have value in the stock that I'm buying. I'm buying a stock right now in GameStop that is almost $4.50 net equity position. No one can tell you that they're at a 20% equity position in shares, that you're buying. No one can tell you that. And if you guys don't understand that math, go do it. Go do it. Go look at a stock like Apple, and then when you see that their cash position only equates to 2% of the amount of the share price itself, what are you really buying? You're buying the top side of a stock. You're not really buying the equity of it. So it just means that there's so much room to grow. If GameStop's $1 billion in the bank is the starting point, what's the end game? What's the end point? You might have, I was reading the details of it, and it said there's no dividend coming anytime soon because they'll decide on it. They suspended their dividend in 2019, and that was to straighten their balance sheet. And I don't know how much stronger we're going to get, but I'll tell you, you have Kohl's giving out dividends, and they only have $200 million cash in the bank. You have numerous other companies giving out dividends, and they only have $400 million in the bank. GameStop has $1.3 billion. They have a lot to give out. So if they were going to give out a quarter, if they were going to give out 50 cents, I don't care what they give out. But 50 cents is $150 million. That's nothing. That's nothing compared to the money that they have hidden in this balance sheet. I'm telling you, because I went ahead and I read it and I saw it and I was like, wow, this is amazing for us. Amazing for me personally, for me being the investor that I am. But hey, you'll see it all, and it's all going to work out perfect for the people that actually stick around for the decade or two. That'll be me. But for anyone else who just wants to get in and out, well, I'm sorry. So here we go. This is GameStop, guys. You guys are looking at it. $5.6 billion in market cap. We know that is basically equivalent to the amount of shares that they have per year. They're around 5.96 and then a 5 flat in 2020 COVID. So the last 3 years, they're trading at about 1x their actual sales, right? So that's one thing. But here are the business priorities for GameStop. If you look at it, they're going to tell you, and if I don't even have to read all of these, you guys can pause the video and read them if you guys want, but I really want you guys to look at the very bottom. And it says, by executing these priorities above, we can create and compel experience for customers, a compelling experience for customers, and be positioned to invest pragmatically in growth initiatives. We can also maintain a strong balance sheet in connection with our cost reduction efforts. We expect to see favorable impacts to our selling, general, administrative, SG&A expenses in the quarters to come as we pursue profitability. Guys, this was written right here last year at the end of the year in the 10K. It was written last year in the third quarter. GameStop lost $300 million. I'm going to show you it all. But as you see here, they're continually trying to become profitable per quarter moving forward. But did you know that all the money that's hidden is hidden in the SG&A? The SG&A is going to be about $100 million less in the first 2 quarters. It's going to be about, when I was ballparking, about $200 million less for the year. Remember that they were upside down about $300 million. So if we can come out just SG&A side, $200 million on the plus, that means we only have $100 million that we have to build back on. I'm not talking about profit, guys. I'm not talking about a Q4 profit. I'm not talking about, they have to make $50 million this quarter, $50 million this quarter, $50 million. No. Just on expenses, what we call controllables, they literally are shrinking it and reversing $200 million. So to go from $300 million loss to $200 million loss, now with the amount of money they're spending, they're not spending nearly as much. They literally only have to make $100 million to be positive, a net positive position. And if I told you they already are, I don't know what else to tell you, but I'll tell you. Here's the chart. So this is GameStop. If I put in $100 on GameStop in 2018, we would all be at a net zero position right here in 2018. That's the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. I'm going to go ahead and move myself because I know I'm blocking it. Stay right there. Give me this. All right. So put me off the screen. Now that's GME, S&P, and Dow Jones. GameStop is the big triangle just shooting up out of the sky. Boom. And we're still holding well past the movements of those 2 indexes. And why does that matter? That means because our stock is trading at $612 if you put it in 2018, and there's a 154 and 169, meaning we're outpacing the market over the last 5 years or 6 years. Anyone coming at you telling you this stock is falling apart or it's not holding, it's still holding true to today. Okay. The warning signs for businesses out there with like shrink problems, i.e. Target, Dollar General, you guys got to think about like Kohl's, all the individuals that are JCPenney's, all those guys have shrink problems. GameStop does not announce a shrink problem on the balance sheet itself. Therefore, their values are dollar for dollar. They're right there with Best Buy. They're right there with Walmart. And I know they probably have a shrink, but not nearly as much. It's because GameStop has controls put into place. But we'll talk about this for a second. Let's look at this. So GameStop right here in 2021 and 2022 lost $381 million and $313 million. Guys, we will be nowhere near those numbers this year. If you want to look going towards the goal line, like we're steering towards it, we have lost $49 million this year so far. $49 million. That means over the next 3 quarters, we will have to lose $260 million. You're not going to lose 80 million, 80 million, 80 million because Q4 is where we actually make a profit. In 2021, we made 86 million. In 2022, we made 50 million, 49 million. So what exactly do you think is going to happen over the next 2 quarters that we would have to lose $260 million plus? It's never going to happen. I know that. I know that GameStop is going to come out really close to zero, really close to a net zero position because of what they'll do this quarter, next quarter, and Q4. Just know that that's coming your way, but we're going to talk about it in detail. Another thing here is the SG&A, what we just talked about. I see 1.7 for the whole year for GameStop. This is in 2021. And then I see 1.68. They only lowered it by $20 million. But what no one tells you here, right here in 2022, is that they have something hidden in here. Do you remember the deal they made with IMX, with the mutable? They actually made a pledge of $150 million. And do you know where they put that expense? They put it on SG&A. It's hidden in there. And then when we pay it off on all the milestones, we only have $40 million left to pay. Once that's paid off, guys, you're going to see a flat position in SG&A. That means the $150 million that we had to pay out, take it off the number that we owe. Take it off the number that actually sits at the bottom of the balance sheet on net loss. You think we really lost $300 million? Or maybe we were paying out things that we were setting up our infrastructure for. So here's what I call hidden figures, guys. Here's everything, and this is not everything. There's more to this than just to talk about. But as of January 28th, 2023, we have approximately $7 million in net operating loss carry forward, okay? It's a carry forward, but this is in foreign transactions and in jurisdictions. But as well as a $419 million foreign net loss, operating loss, and with no expiration date. Approximately $22 million, we don't care about that part. This is the part we care about. We also have approximately $53 million U.S. federal net operating loss carryovers acquired through the ThinkGeek acquisition that will expire in years 2023 through 2034. So there's $53 million right there that is going to expire through those years right there, through that 9-year window, 10-year window. So how much of that are we getting back, the $53 million? Once it expires off, you'll understand we won't have that operating loss. It's not going to show up on the balance sheet, but we still show it. Now, there is another part of the balance sheet that people don't know about. It's called the SAB 120. You guys can go look it up. Or is it 140? It might be 140, 120 or 140. And that actually tells you that GameStop has to put onto their balance sheet the liabilities of holding crypto by a third party, essentially. It's like what Robinhood does and Coinbase does. They actually have to put on there that they're holding third party crypto, yours, on their liability sheet. And GameStop has been hiding it for the past 2 quarters, I believe. They haven't announced how much they actually have liability-wise. And I don't know how they're getting away with that accounting practice. But from what I see, nothing has been announced yet. So if they're putting that on the liability side, I have to see it. But go look it up. It's called SAB 140, I believe, or 120. One of the two. I can't remember right now. But it's new practice, by the way. It just came into play last year. So it wasn't always around. But let's go ahead and look at this really quick. It says they actually had impairment charges of $33 million last year. Okay, and that was reflected on the SG&A as well. So $33.7 million was associated with the digital assets that they sold off. That's what they got from Mutable X. And it was under an expense of SG&A expenses. Okay, $33.7 million. Let's take that off the number. So right now I'm at $33 million. On an average of 5 over here, I'm at around $38 million that I can find this year already that we can swing in the positive, okay? We need to find $300 million. That's what I'm telling you guys. And to find $300 million, well, guess what? We only lost $50 million the first quarter. So maybe we need to find $250 million because I don't think we're going to get to that number. We're just not going to get there. Here's the next part about this. Down here on the third paragraph here, and it's written very small, and I apologize. It's going to tell you that they have impairment charge of $33.7 million. They also have $13.9 million hidden in SG&A and $14.9 hidden in SG&A. Now, all of that is coming out, but they have $43 million in acquired liabilities and other current liabilities on the consolidated balance sheet. So what does that mean? $43 million is what GameStop still has to pay out according to the milestones hit in the partnership they have with IMX. $43 million is an expense still today. Get rid of the expense, guys, when it's gone after, because it's not going to carry over past this year. They're going to pay it all off this year. When it's paid off, that's $43 million to the bottom line, that they don't have it. They don't have to show that as an expense anymore. I hope you guys are paying attention. We're talking about a $80 million swing just based off of the expenses from last year to this year off of this. That's huge. $80 million. You go ask yourself, how much did they get? How close did they get? Right? They were $300 million away, $80 million. Boom. Remember, the $200 million additional that they lost, they're not going to have those losses this year. They're not having the surplus of cash flow out. They're just not doing it. They're not building an NFT marketplace. They're not buying, these fulfillment centers. They're not hiring the call center. They don't have a CEO to pay. They don't have a CFO to pay. They're not paying these annual fees. So all of this and shorting up the stores. I mean, you got to think, they cut out 36 stores in Ireland alone. GameStop averages a $1 million profit per store, but they also have SG&A tied to it. 36 stores were closed. The employees are gone, the stores are gone, and the inventory was sold off. If you look right here, assets held for sale. During the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2022, we are committed to a plan to sell our European segment consisting of warehouse buildings, landed property, and they're carrying a value of $7.1 million. But they're actually getting $13.1 million for that. Additionally, the transaction is expected to close in third quarter, but additionally, they're getting $6.5 million right here and no impairment charges. So they're going to get $20 million next quarter. Guys, next quarter, they only lost $91 million last year. They're already going to be plus $20 million. They only have to make up $70 million. Well, guess what? The SG&A last year was $380, $370. They're going to be at the $340 range. They're going to be at the $320 range on SG&A. I'm telling you because I've already done the math. So when I tell you they're shrinking their SG&A by $60 million and they're going to have an increase of 20 million. That's an $80 million swing. What did they lose? 91 million? You mean to tell me they only have to make up $11 million? They're going to make up that $11 million at quarter four. Remember quarter four, okay? We'll just keep it going. As you see these hidden numbers within it, the hidden figures within the balance sheet, you're going to find out GameStop will eventually get rid of the $53 million that they have on the balance sheet against it. They're going to not have $33.7 million against them this year. They're not going to have this additional amount of 14.3 and 13.9, and it's not going to add up into the 43 that's left. We're talking about $150 million from January 2022 to now that they've had to pay out. If they didn't have to pay that out, guys, how close would they be? That's what Wall Street doesn't tell you. And this is why they don't tell you that. Right here. This quarter, right now, Wall Street expects GameStop to have a 50% increase versus last year. But they'll mask it and to say they're going to lose $42 million. That's the number you want to grab. The average estimate is that they're going to lose 14 cents per share. That's what they have to beat. Well, last year they lost $100 million this quarter. Okay? And I'm telling $108 million if I'm not mistaken. Guys, all the numbers that I'm showing you and all the SG&A they're clearing up and all the one-time, expenses that they had at last year versus this year, I think we can get to this number. But here's what I'm telling you if they get to this number, okay? $42 million loss. That means in the first 2 quarters of this year, they've lost $92 million. Even if they do the worst of what Wall Street's saying, they're still only going to lose $100 million in the first 6 months. How in the hell are they going to lose the other $200 million that they lost last year in the next 2 quarters after that? You can't, because Q4 is positive. Q4 is Christmas, Black Friday, you name it. They've always been positive Q4. So you're not going to lose the other $200 million they're telling you. What you're going to do is you're going to gain that $100 million back. They might be down $92 million by the time we're done with these 6 months. That's what they're telling you. That's the best case scenario for GameStop. But what I'm telling you is $92 million is zero. $92 million is zero when they have to pay out the $48 million that they have, and they have all these swings of everything falling on the balance sheet quarter three. Quarter three's coming. So it's easy for me to project. Do they beat out the $42 million loss? I don't need to project sales. I don't need to project what the SG&A might be for the quarter. None of that. Let's go earnings per share. I think they beat this number. I do. I think they beat this number. And at 42.8, you better hope they don't. You better hope they come in flat on that number. But know what that number is. That they're gonna paint that number to be bad. And I'm telling you guys, that is phenomenal. To have a 50% increase year over year, that means you're headed in the right direction. That's the point. Look at this. This is going to be GameStop's estimated actual sales, $1.14 billion worth of sales. In this little window here, you can't go wrong. 1.13 to 1.6, somewhere in that range. And it's a cost for 50 basis point increase year over year. Any company would take that. But when you look at the next quarter, they have it increasing again. And then for the current year, they have it down from the previous year, around 30 basis points. It can be down all at once. I want to tell you it can be down all at once. But remember that the previous year, they lost $300 million and everybody said they're going bankrupt and they're terrible. They're not going to lose more than $100 million this year. It's going to be in that ballpark. It's going to be at $100 million. It's going to be at $150 million. They're going to gain 50% of it back. That was the point for this year right here. Transition to 2024 means that they're going to have a clean slate walking in. No more fulfillments that they owe to Europe, that they owe to IMX, nothing. 2024 is a clean slate. But when you go read the fine print of the hidden figures that were in this company, just know they're sandbagging this number. They know what they're walking through. That's why they keep buying in. That's why they buy it at the bottom. And that's why they continue to hold these insiders themselves. They don't have a CEO to pay. They don't have a CFO to pay right now. So I can imagine every quarter that SG&A number comes down. Remember this, if GameStop comes in at $1.5 billion for SG&A for the year, they're going to win. They're going to win no matter what. And I'll tell you how close they're going to get. Extremely close. That's the hidden figures, guys. If you don't understand what I'm saying, run it back. Just let it sit there for you. Let it eat alive. Let it eat away at you. I'm telling you, GameStop should be doing better than 1.4 cents per share. Better than 1.2, I hope. And that's loss per share. But if they go positive, they have this thing where, it's are you excited or were you surprised? They call it the surprise rating, surprise score. The stock price will go crazy. The stock will go crazy. And I don't care. I'll hang on to it and I won't sell it. I won't sell a single damn thing. So that's what I've been looking at. That's what I've been putting together for the last couple of hours when I was digging in there, looking for the hidden numbers that I wanted to see. But like I said, guys, I'm here forever. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. GameStop currently trading at $18.41, looking healthy. AMC, not so much. I don't care how much they want to promote Taylor Swift going to be in concert. The Swifties can go all they want. I think Taylor Swift's getting 100% of those ticket sales, and I think they paid for it. Adam Aaron did, and I think that I hope he can sell a lot of popcorn because that's all it's going to take. That's all he can do. So GameStop's doing great. We're going to talk about it in a minute, and I'm going to show you some charts. So, but thank you for worrying about me so much. Appreciate it. And I'll get with you guys right now. I'm just making sure I bring up the chart. There it is. He said, how's GameStop? Is this guy serious right now? You guys really want to poke the bear? I'm here all week. No, guys, listen up. I got to make some announcements to you guys. We got to talk. All right. So I tell you guys all my real life shit. Straight up. My daughter, love that lady. My wife, everybody's doing great. Life's good, okay? Family's good. I have a new schedule at work, meaning I can no longer live stream in the mornings. I'll probably live stream in the mornings once a week, actually. Once a week, I will be live streaming. So I apologize, guys, but that takes precedence over everything I do. They pay me more than YouTube will ever pay me, my assumption. But yeah, I got to work. So I'll be going to work very early. But what does that mean? That means that I'll be doing night live streams. So I will be streaming at night on those days that I'm not. And I might be able to stream every night, pretty much. So I just want to let you know that that's what's going down with me. That'll happen in 2 weeks. Right after Labor Day, I started a whole new thing. So just want to let you guys know how it's all playing out. And I just want to thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the support for the channel. Oh, my God. We're doing great. Shout out to my brother, Rico. Rico knows. If you guys know who that is, he's a TikToker. He's a YouTuber now. I helped him get on YouTube, but his TikTok is pretty big. He hit 100,000 followers, and he's doing his sports talk. It's going really well for him, and I'm trying to help him out the best way I can, but the kid's working his ass off. So shout out to Rico Knows. If you can give him a follow, that'd be awesome. He's also here on YouTube, puts out the same content. He goes live on YouTube, actually, so he's trying his best, and I wish him well. He doesn't like GameStop. That's why, I'll throw him in a headlock when I see him, but other than that, shout out to my bro. Let's go. ADJ Core, yes. How you guys doing? Appreciate you guys for coming back again. Smash the like button. When you see GameStop with the triple bottom like this, and everyone's telling you that this stock is dead or it's not something you'd want to buy, and they run the same. I showed you the conversion. I don't know if you guys watched the other video I did. They don't run the same. I mean, if you convert GameStop back to the 4-to-1 stock split, it's sitting at around $76, $77. And then you go look at AMC and it's at $1.30 or whatever it is, $1.20. It's pretty embarrassing to think that they run the same. But there you go. He says, let's go, Marantz. Greetings from Sweden. Matthias, thank you so much, man. I love it. I don't know how dudes from overseas get to see me because I can, it's hard for me to watch like Jamie or Rocky back in the day when they were talking about games. So I know somebody was asking about that in the chat. And guys, by the way, the Discord is free and it always will be. You guys can come on in and talk to me. The link's right there too. You guys can join the link. It's pinned to the top of the chat. And I'll even post it in the chat. If you click on the link, just make sure your mic's unmuted and we can talk. But these guys out here that are infiltrating the Discord, because our Discord's completely free and it's open, these guys are shills and a half, man. Trying to just throw shade on it, trying to get excited about it. And well, Marantz, he's a pumper. He likes AMC and whatever they're saying. I don't even know. I don't even care really. But I just watch other people. Tuned in. Hit the like button now. Time to chill. Well, thank you. TFT servers are down. Oh, I had no idea, Almo. I haven't played TFT in a couple days. No, I played it last night. I went from Plat 1 all the way to Plat 4. I've lost all my rank just because I will play while I'm messing around. It's tough. So here we go. This is all over the TV now. Taylor Swift headed to the theaters. Oh, it's news. It's going to move the stock. That's the shit I got to deal with every day. Just headline. And if you guys don't know, today, David Mitchery, the CEO of Mullen Automotive, the scam, allegedly, is going to be on Charles Payne. What do you know, Charles? How the hell is it that every meme stock, terrible stock, pump and dump stock, Charles Payne promotes it? How is that even possible? And nobody says shit. I mean, this is just crime upon crime. But you know what it is. Thanks for the info, Scott. Yeah, absolutely. 10 cents, negative 10 cents or better. I heard that, bro. GameStop's earnings today. No Gray Ape. It's going to be on the 6th of September. I'll be here with you. Don't worry. Morning, GME Elitist. Good morning, sir. Hey, yo, boys. Leave my like and continue my grind. Thank you, Monty. I appreciate you. Get to work. These are the best streams. They can be the best streams of my life. Sure. That's right. Smash the like button, y'all. So my point is, there's hidden money in that balance sheet. And there's a lot of it. And when it all hits, it all hit. It's kind of like you, right? It's kind of like you. Like you probably like lining up paychecks and you're like, man, when this check comes in and I stop paying on that car and I ain't got to pay them anymore and I got this and I got that, then I'm going to be balling, bro. It's going to happen, baby. Hey, baby, when we pay off this house, we're going to be rich. That's how you do your math. Well, that's how GameStop's doing their math. Except these guys can wait forever and I love it. I really love it. I said something to Almo today that had me triggered. Almo, yeah, so Almo was asking me a question. Check, this shit relates so much to the stock world. It's unreal, the parallel. So Almo's like, hey, Marantz, I'm ready to play league with you. I want to go into the lanes. I'm ready. It's clicking for me. And I said, oh, yeah, bro, what's your main? And so he tells me his main character and, like, the role he's going to go play down the lane, whatever. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. I was like, so have you played the other characters? He's like, no. I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, then you're not going to be good. And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, man, you got to know what they can do before you figure out what you can do in that lane. And it's the same thing in the investment world. You have to know what private equity can do, what the shorts can do, how they can manipulate the stock, the movements, before you decide what you can do to combat that. So for me personally, I figured out everything they can do. I know how to avoid the stuff, so I'm just going to do my part. And I thought about that in the game. So I'm going to keep grinding, play the guys you don't know, learn out their moves, and then you'll see how great you are. Yo, how things going, Marantz and the gang? Eager Music, how you doing, man, on that Costco gas station? And life's good. I'm reading something right now. It says EU antitrust commission cases. They're going up against Amazon, Apple. Man, in the EU, they're just suing people. Microsoft. I guess you can't have an office or a suite in Europe if you're Microsoft. That's all it works. They call you a monopoly. Expenses going to a net loss until they're paid back in the net gain. Correct, Mr. Greenbean. They will be. And it's going to be huge. That was the point. What do you think the revenue will be? I think 1.3 billion because of Zelda and Diablo. Yeah, I'm going with like the 1.2. Like I'm just being fair. I don't want to go crazy, but 1.2 sounds like a good number to me. They're projecting a lot lower than that, but anything higher than 1.4 and you're in the money. At 1.2 you're in the money. So 1.12 you're in the money. So there's nothing they can do. This is just it's a matter of time before they all fall to pieces. And this is why they tell us just to have pragmatic growth, the slow growth. And that's the way it goes. Damn. Stacks just sent me something and said he's out here on a bobcat. Yeah, I kill bobcats, bro, with my bare hands. Don't tell PETA. I wonder if Marantz would be interested in selling his timeshare. Dude, man, no. Somebody tried to get me to get rid of it just this week. And I said no. My daughter's going to use it this weekend. She's leaving right now. She's going on her way to Vegas. She's going to the Drake concert. She got Drake tickets. They're going to all stay at the timeshare, her and her friends. And they say thank you to me later, I guess. I asked them for one favor. I told my daughter one thing. I said, babe, I know you guys are going to concert. She's like, yeah, Dad, we bought all these outfits. We're not. I go, no, listen. I got Marantz Rantz GameStop t-shirts. Can you wear these around Vegas? Just walk around town. Just do that. Because, these are some good-looking girls. They're going to walk down the strip, whatever. Dude's going to be looking. And they're going to look at the back of the shirt because I know they're trying to look at him. And then they're going to see Marantz Rantz. And they might see the dad right there like this. What you looking at, punk? Huh? What you want? That's all I want to do. That's it. I just wanted them to walk around the strip with my shirt on. And then she's like, like that. And then my wife says, just lie to him and say you will. I said, what? She's like, just give him the shirt. Just take the shirt. Don't fight him on it. I said, thanks, babe. Never mind. I guess I got to drive to Vegas my damn self and just walk around the strip. I'm going to do it that way. At least Alma wore that shit all over Colombia. They probably couldn't read it. They probably didn't even know what it was. ¿Cómo se dice? GameStop? GameStop? Go. Yeah. ¿Qué estás haciendo, cabrón? No, they'd be like, I don't know what the hell it is, right? He'd be like, yeah. Can I get some agua? I need to wash my hands. Marantz Rantz, my boy. How's GME? Go, I would tell you how GameStop's doing, but go, you promote Bed Bath & Beyond and AMC. So tell me, how is Bed Bath & Beyond doing? How is AMC doing? Oh, I'm winning. 2-0. I'm 2-0 around here. Bro, I'm going to go undefeated. I swear, I might be the 72 Dolphins when we're all said and done. I've already won. I don't know how many stocks I've called out. They've gone down, bankrupt, gone, pump and dump. Oh, called them all. Well, that sucks. Who's going to crack me some jokes in this morning? I don't know. I don't know who's going to crack the jokes in the morning. I'll still post videos while I can. I've been posting a lot on TikTok to pick up that game. I'm trying to do both, guys. I'm trying to get the whole thing going, right? I'm trying my best, but it's hard. It's hard to get all the information out there. I'm always watching you. Oh, thank you so much, man. I don't know who else is out there. Morant's been through this multiple times. Every earnings will we go all crazy, but nothing happens. Go until it does. Go, let me tell you something, bro. I'm always going to show up with the helmet. I'm always going to show up ready to rock. That's who I am. That's what I'm going to do. Every Sunday I wake up and I watch those Cowboys play and I say, Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, babe. And they don't. And that's okay. I put it back on and I go back out there because that's who I am. I'm good with it. GameStop? Don't believe me. Don't believe me. But I'm going to be here one day. I'm going to have that helmet on one day. And you're going to be like, shit, man, he was right. And you probably just laugh to yourself, go. You're probably like, oh, man, I've been watching this dude for like 20 years, and this dude finally did it. I'll be like, yeah, man. Scotsman in Norway. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool, Jack. I had no idea. Hi from Spain. Oh, my goodness, guys. Jinx. Jinx is trash, Armo. Jinx is not only trash, but you're probably trash with Jinx. That's the problem. I'm just letting you know. The man, the myth, the legend. Hashtag truth, no lies. Hulk Hogan. Man, it's been going really good for us, guys. Today is the 31st day of August. I'll share this with you. I have never, ever had the type of support that we've had this month. Last August, we were doing 50,000 views for the whole channel. I remember we would have days where we would only have 100 to 200 views a live stream. I haven't had a live stream with less than 1,000 something views, right? So that means that people are here. We did over 300,000 views this month. Over 300,000. I told Amal this morning, I said, man, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But to have 300,000, just to give you a parallel to like compare it, Matthew Kors is 300,000 a month. So you can imagine how much I've had to, I'm going up against the biggest guys. And I don't care. And I think we can beat them. And I think we can do it right because we're more than just, a hub of elitists. We actually have people that want to learn. I did a whole video yesterday on crime. And I was explaining the story of Ivan Boesky partnered up with private equity, with Drexel Burnham, with Apollo, like how it all runs together and how it's come full circle. And it's still here. It's still within the fabric of our investment world. And no one's going to tell you this stuff. Like Matt Kors, Trade Trades, Lou, none of them talk this way. And the reason they don't talk though is because they're paid by them. Believe it. There's no way in God's green earth Lou is not paid by private equity. I've seen him rise and fall 2 times now, try to reinvent himself. But remember, this is like what's big for me for Lou versus Wall Street. Hey, Lou versus Wall Street. You guys can clip this part. I don't care. Lou has come out full battle rattle on AMC and ran with it. He then deleted everything, all of the misinformation, and started up a new channel. Well, same channel, but started up a new video run. And when he started up again, rebranded himself, mysteriously out of nowhere, one weekend out of nowhere. This is like what kills me, what gave it all the way to me, was when he did the WISA, whatever they're called, WISA. He said, oh man, here's a stock I'm buying. And out of nowhere, this is a stock he decided to buy that day, which no one would tell you this is a stock you're going to buy. It's like, you don't know the people in it. You don't know anything. You don't know what the product is. You don't know the board of directors. You just decided to name a ticker, and that's the one you want to talk about today. 2 days later, he had an interview with the CEO on his show to pump that stock. Go look what happened to that stock. It was a pump and dump, reverse stock split dump. It was all of the above. When I saw that happen in a four-day span, it blew my mind that people think that these guys are not manipulating you, the investor. Now, there's guys who stay in it in the run for a long time. You know, and New York Angelo, with just the nonsense you see there, because I know the camera work, I know the editing, I understand all of that. That's why I called out Markets with May day one. Markets with May day one, I said, oh, she's a fake. She's a plant. Not only did she have investment services for sale, $500 a class on her website and all the other nonsense, it was her lighting, her camera, her presentation, her editing. I was like, oh, no. You don't do it this way. There's like idiots out there, like that Chris Sojaka guy, terrible, reading ransom letters in his kitchen. That guy is who he is, just ignorant and a bad investor. But common sense investor, right there with his shady ass phone. He's doing it with a Nokia Razr, whatever he has. I understand these dudes who are doing it this way. Donahue George might be the dumbest grifter of them all. It's not even believable anymore, the stuff he says. Like today, he was crying again. You tell me I'm married with you. I don't even know what the hell. Just sucking on a lemon the whole time he's talking. And why? I got to do his whole video. I don't even know. I can't get through him. It's tough for me. But like, you have those guys. You have those guys who just try to catch a movement, catch it, and they'll say anything. Like the Marine, Mike the Marine. God, he gives Marine such a good name. So for me, I just know exactly where I come from and why I'm here and the homework I've done. That's why nobody can take it from me, because there's no way. I had somebody out there tell me, they wrote in a message to me on one of these comments somewhere on one of these pages. They were like, Marantz, when are you going to talk about your connection with Wall Street and who's feeding you this information? I was like, what? Bro, if someone's feeding me information, if somebody's like the puppet behind it all, like got their hand up in me, one, I don't get down like that. Two, oh man, a lot of wasted time by me, huh? I've tried my best. So anyway, back to the stocks we love. We'll talk about them in a minute. Let me read all this. It says, I'm hearing that GameStop stock will be hovering around $30 a share on the week of September 11th. Yeah, Main Street MMA, I called for a run to 31. We'll see how it works out for me. You out here in this skidster too, bro. Spitting fire. Oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate you, Stacks. He's got me on in there. So do what you do. Go Niners. I mean, I guess you guys lost your best quarterback. Who gives up their third round overall pick 2 years later? Trey Lance. Hit that like button, jabronis. Thank you so much, man. You know, guys, I don't get that. I know you guys don't get me that often. You guys don't get to see me that often. So doing a live stream for like an hour is just not going to suffice for some of you guys. You guys are like, yo, Marantz, where you going to go, man? Where you going? I'm not going anywhere. I'm chill. But to be honest with you guys, I want to eat. I want to play video games. I want to do all that stuff because I don't ever get the mornings off. And I lately I've been working, man. I've been at work 9 a.m. every day, 4 a.m., 2 a.m. I've got some 2 a.m.s coming up, some 4 a.m.s. It's going to be rough. But I've been going out with the wife, taking her out. I've been living life, guys, while watching the stock. But how many videos do I have to put out? All of them. Marantz, how much do you think GameStop will lose this earnings? Also, DRS number. Limit, I'm not familiar with the DRS number, enough to tell you what it would be. I don't even know where it's at right now, but what, 85 million? I'm guessing. Who knows? I don't even think it's that big of a movement. I think a lot of people with DRS are selling as well. GME will lose his earnings. How much will they lose? I ballparking $40 million. Just ballparking. So, but that would be a huge win. That'd be a swing of over 50%. So yeah, I don't mind that at all. I haven't lost a dime unless I sell Marantz. Last week, the AMC bag holders, the last 3 years. Teabagger. You know the difference between me and them, okay? I'm just going to tell you the difference in making that statement is I'm still buying. And I'll keep buying. You see, at some point, my cost average is going to come down to the price of the stock. That's everybody. Everybody who keeps buying. The price is going to come down to their cost average. Boom. And then at some point, it's going to go the other way. And when it does, now you're green the whole way through. So I just never stop buying. I stay true to my guns. You know, like a day like today where I can pick up 5 shares, that's huge to me. Because tomorrow, probably buy 5 more. Who knows? Can you do $100 a day? Teabagger, if you can keep up with me, then you'll be all right. But I'm probably doing a lot more than most. I know that. And that's okay. Some people can't. But in any given month, I probably put $1,000 away in the market. Total. Maybe more. I don't know. I just know that I'm not worried about it. How about that? Crushing it, bro. Thank you so much. What's up, Marantz? Not from this world. I'd welcome you back, man. You've been great showing up, and you had some good comments last week. Let's get the likes up in the channel. Thank you so much. Anabolic Steroid says Ryan Cohen equals Adam Aaron. Well, that's just ridiculous. Honestly, that's ridiculous for you to say. Do I even have to compare the two? One is a con man. The other is a kid trying his best. So I think you're really far off with that. Best joke I've heard in a while. Well, there you go. They're telling you. Ryan Cohen is Mike Milken. Teabagger, I just tell you, thank you for watching the channel. Apparently you pay attention to this channel and the videos I put out because you wouldn't know who Mike Milken is if you never saw this channel. You don't know shit. Never seen you in here before. You come and make a fake name now, and then you want to compare Ryan Cohen to Mike Milken, which they have no parallels at all. So what exactly are you doing? You're changing your name to come in here and talk to us? You want to do this? I mean, are you trying to get a rise out of me? Do you want me to be here just kicking your ass all day? I don't want to come in here and be the bad guy. But Mike Milken, really? Ryan Cohen ever been arrested for insider trading? No? Ever been convicted for insider trading? No? Did he ever get his hedge fund shut down for nefarious, acts? Did he invent the high yield bond, this junk bond? No? Ryan Cohen has nothing to do with that, right? So how the hell are they the same? How are they equal? Mike Milken has more money than Ryan Cohen, I'll tell you that. I went from Fort Bliss to Fort Drum, and while I was waiting for my internet by Spectrum to ship out, I had to watch you on my phone. Now you're live on my 85-inch Samsung. I don't need a poster of you anymore. Hey, Hulk Hogan, man. You and I have come a long way, bro. So I appreciate that. You're great. Now, I'll never hate on you, man, for having my back when I wasn't looking. Straight from Costco, I might add. Yeah, there you go. So you guys don't know this about Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan used to come in here every day and badmouth me to my face. But it's all in fun. Like he's just poking the bear type shit. But I was out there watching another YouTuber one day. And he was like, yo, don't say that about Marantz. Marantz is the most knowledgeable YouTuber out here in finance. Hey, that rhymes. And he really said that shit. And I was just watching. I was like, is that the Hulk Hogan that talks shit to me all the time? That was him. So it was awesome, dude. I really appreciate it. I think Donahue has a traumatic head trauma issue. I've known people who have traumatic head injuries. He says he doesn't. He says he doesn't. He says he bit his lip or something, or he bit his tongue. Donnie says Adam Aaron is trolling AMCers. Yeah, maybe. And losing Trey subscribers are not real. Just pay for them. Fake numbers. Correct, white guy. I already exposed that on Matthew Kors as well. The fact that we have more. That's why I tell you guys, all these guys with these fake numbers, Tony De Niro, AMC Bigums, Boss Blunts, all these guys have a fake number by their name. Donahue George, because their channels never grew. Over the last 2 years, I've never seen them get more. We have gone 8,000% increase. They never, not 1 ounce of growth over there. That's the difference. You can have them, have fun with them. There we go. I'm grinding every day, and he plays video games 4 hours a day. CT Bagger, I really knew who you were, but thank you. Hey, Kunta, you really got to stop, bro. Just changing names every time, bro. You think I play video games 4 hours a day? I probably play video games 8 hours a day, if I could, if I can. I just play while I'm doing other shit, while I'm making videos. You know, I played one time, this is the truth. All right, Scout's Honor, put this on my life. I was doing a live stream with you guys right here. I was talking about the chart, and we were going over the chart, all this shit. My nephew texted me, and he said, yo, are you really playing League right now while you're live? Because while I was talking to you guys, I was playing TFT while I was talking about the stock. Swear to God, I did that. I felt like I was SBF. And if I'm SBF, then that's what I am. I think Lou and Trey are doing it on purpose. I think Donahue has a dramatic... Jerry doesn't understand. Well, there he goes. You can have him. There you go. What's up, man? Josh Brown, how you been, man? Over or under, do you have over 1K shares? Josh Brown, I have 50. I have 50 shares. Anyone who ever asked me, that's my answer. It's never changed. I have 50 shares. Right here. Computer share, 50. Boom. And, yeah, these will be the first 50 I sell. Let the price get to around, I don't know, $50. Get out. Josh Brown. If anybody ever wants to go into the Discord and just start adding up all the buy orders I've put in this year, and that's just the ones I show you guys. I'm being dead honest with you. I think a lot of people know, but it's okay. My wife knows. If you don't know, Rico knows. There you go. My cost average is $20.94. Holy hell. Donahue needs to drink some water. The way he smacks his lips looks parched. Yeah, Breeze, I guess. What I don't understand, Marantz, I bought 1K of GameStop at 17 bucks. Wow. Pumped to see it going. Bobby Martini, good luck. I know you'll sell before then, so it's cool. I knew Mike Milken long before this stream. Your boy Trump, pardon Milken. Yeah, and why do you call him my boy? I don't understand. I don't know Trump. I don't know President Trump. But we all known who Mike Milken was before this. My point is, you wouldn't compare the two without this stream. You wouldn't go into another channel and be like, Mike Milken equals Ryan Cohen. You wouldn't do that. You do that here because we know what it is. You're such a fake, bro. Long-term hold too. Gonna hold strong. There we go. Why do you think people who DRS are selling? Jay Cedar. That's the perfect con. The perfect con is to promote DRS, to tell everyone that's in it that they're holding strong, and then to go in there, inflate the number, and sell it. Then discourage people. So the discouragement was like 3 quarters ago, the DRS number only increased 500,000. And that discouraged everybody. But you also got to know that it increased almost 11 million in one fiscal year. So it was like, all right, so what's the truth? Is it really growing at a crazy rate? Or is it just, walking there? All these guys are dying to get it all locked up. But I'm telling you, there's no doubt in my mind they're selling. Man, I'm still sick as F, bro. Coughing up blood, this sucks. Wow. I don't have the cough. I don't smoke. Now, I want to jump off a clip. Man, no, you'll be all right. Pat Smith, you come in here talking like that, bro. Nah, I'm never going to promote that talk. But you'll be all right. You'll get over it. Just do what everybody else does when they're sick. Go play pickleball, bro. Great stream, Marantz. Got to check it out when I'm after work, whatever. I can buy more GameStop. Still grinding, bro. Gerald Walker, I appreciate you, bro. You know I do. GameStop, triple bottom, still bouncing. Looking healthy today. Touched all the way up $19.42. $19.42. That was a great year, by the way. It's also a great tequila. Don Julio, 1942. I have never had it in my life. But from what I know, they tell me it's smooth and I got to try it. It ain't for me, though. I'm not a tequila kind of guy. I'm just not. I used to taste tequila in my drinks and I'll, Marantz, you do well to humble yourself. Reading a balance sheet doesn't make you the The winged god of investing. Woo. What is it that you think? I'm going to ask you something, steroid. What is it that you think that I'm not humble about? You think I'm sitting out here walking around, flashing my bank account? Ooh, look at me with my 50 shares of GameStop. Is that it? What is it that pisses you off so much to think that I'm cocky about my investment? Because I know how to read a balance sheet. So do you. So do you. And here you walk around telling us we should be buying Bed Bath & Beyond and watching that merger happen. You say AMC to 500,000. And now what are you? You're perfect for GameStop? Just because you can't see it. You know, there's a book in the Bible called Numbers. Did you know that? I think you should read it. Read the passage about Moses in there. And I'll just be quiet about it because I'm not too religious. Just enough to know the numbers. Punk. Humble yourself. Yeah, I'm so cocky about being down on my investments. Oh my God, I have to average down. This sucks, man. Or you know what, guys? You all can kiss my rich ass. You know, I get, I have a driver. I have a chauffeur driving Miss Daisy. Hell no, driving Miss Rico. Yeah, babe, you don't have to drive to work. Don't worry, we got chauffeurs and butlers up in this bitch. Who's cleaning the house? Who cuts the grass? I don't even have a damn gardener. I'm cutting the grass. I'm collecting cans. You want to see my power washer? My goddamn thumb in the water hose. Psst. Saving all the money I can for everything I can buy. All the GameStop I can buy. You're crazy, bro. Crazy. Humble yourself. You see me going on vacations? Flashing for the gram? Doing it for the grind? What was it? Do it for the vine? You don't see any of that shit, huh? Yeah, no? Same mic, same camera, same lighting, same background, same t-shirt. Smells just like me. Same content. Humble you. What the fuck you think this is? You think I got some paid sponsors in the background? You think I'm doing this shit for what? For thousands and thousands and thousands? Or maybe at $3 a video? What do you think it is? Go look at Social Blade again. You're a punk. You're lucky that you get to type in the chat, bro. Honestly. All the bullshit you've said over the years, you would have nothing to do in the mornings. But probably put me on mute and start rubbing one out. Other than that, you're lucky I let you type. Good to see some people keeping it real. There you go, Doug. You're welcome, bro. What is the Discord channel name? Marantz Rantz. The link is here to join the chat of the channel. Anabolic Steroid, why don't you join the chat? Chances are you're blocked and banned because you're not steroid, you're really Kunta. Right? The guy who says racial slurs to his buddies because he thinks it's cool. Nah, that's cool, bro. You can say it. That's how we grew up. In bars. There's the chat. I've got solid bold. So is that solid bold? Solid bold.
Yeah,
how you doing?
It's Dry Eager Music in the chat.
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
I'm outstanding. How you been?
I'm pretty good, man. I heard you said something about not streaming in the mornings anymore, but I missed it. Did you get a new position or something?
No, so I'm always gonna have the same position for now. I do senior operations. I'm the admin. So previously I was closing to help out with closing duties because we have. This is why I piss on the people who talk shit. They're like, "Oh, you must be a janitor. Yeah. You close the building. You clean the building." And I was like, "No, my merch manager's been out, and there's other people that have been out on leave and whatever they got to deal with. Some other people. I don't know if you know this about everyone on the West Coast. We all had to ship out our employees to Hawaii to work in Hawaii.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So we have numerous employees working in Hawaii right now. And
were they like double timing to try and like get supplies to people and stuff?
Yeah, all the good stuff. But Costco's paying for the hotel, the rental car, and
That's awesome.
and the flight, and they're allowing all the employees to work in Hawaii. Well, I have to stay back and help out our building, keep it open. So I have to be willing to take any shift, any time. And because I'm one of, 4, there's only how many seniors? There's not many. So I literally have to run the building. Well,
damn.
Now my coverage is going to be that I run it in the morning because our receiving manager is going to Hawaii to cover. So that's why I do all aspects of the job, whatever it may be. And I don't ask questions. I just kick ass and take names. But if these guys ever knew what the hell it really is to run,
man, yeah,
a $300 million building, stuff like that.
Yeah, especially in California, man. Those buildings are nuts.
They don't know. They don't know, bro. I could walk into any building anywhere in the country and get promoted tomorrow and run the whole damn thing I want to do. But I don't want to leave. I like where I live. I love my family being here next to me. But if I wanted to move, I could, and I'd have the golden ticket anywhere I go. But
that's what I love about Costco, man. Like, you can move anywhere in the country. You can move to another country and have a job.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you want to do.
You can go to Korea. You can go to China.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere. They're gonna take you. So especially if you run a California store. So if you're top,
yeah, I'll bet.
If you're one of the seniors in California stores, it's different because our volume is triple, double of other stores, and we understand
for sure
how to move the freight. We understand how to merch it, and then you understand how to run that many people and that many employees. So it's cool.
Anywhere else would be easy.
yeah, man. We actually had a good turnout for the Journeys Ambassador program. We invited everyone from Issaquah, from .com, from cyber, as in the help desk. We invited all the big guys from there to come out and tell the employees of like other positions within the company. That's how you understand. Like, I'll give you this example. Costco distribution center. There's 26 in the world. Like, it's an amazing amount of fulfillment centers, distribution centers. And Mariloma is 1.5 billion. Yes. No, hold on. Let me get this right. It's 1.5 million square feet, right?
Damn.
And they do around 300 trucks a day. Something to that effect. So, in and out. So you got to think about all the freight that's moving. And then between, that's to 60 Costco's. Right there. There's 60 right there in the LA region. So this is what you're managing. These are the people, the personnel, the freight, the amount of money involved. So I think about it, and then they're like, okay, well, here's how we're going to hire. Here's how we're going to do it. So if you have anybody who wants to come over and apply, they even have a work from home program for .com, and you still work in the building. So you work 3 weeks online, 1 week in the building. And everyone's like, right away, I want to work from home. Marantz, you already do YouTube at home. You could do like, the hell no, I won't.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last time because I was asking you about the e-commerce, and you're like, no.
No, you're never going to be able to walk away from the phone. So it's not what it's all made out to be, but you got to keep your regiment. You actually got to stick on task, and so that's why I tell you there's so much growth, and if you understand the stability of what you're getting involved with, when you find companies that are like this, where they're bulletproof. So
Costco ain't going nowhere.
It's food, fuel, and medicine, and it can go somewhere. Let's say you make a wrong PR play, or you get too involved with ESG, and you start doing things wrong. I don't have control over what happens at the corporate level, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I know.
The influence I have over the direct people that I work with, it means that I have to be a certain way every day. I have to live it. I have to embody it. So.
Do you guys, at your gas stations, do you guys have full facilities for your gas station attendants? Like, they have a bathroom and everything out there?
No. No, they don't.
Oh, no?
No.
I figured all the California ones did.
No, they got to walk into the building. But we have like 20 people cross-trained for gas stations.
Oh, wow.
So we made sure. Yeah, well, because at the end of the night, you were like looking for somebody to run a break and you didn't have anybody. So.
We always are short on people to like come help cover.
Yeah, no, we took a chance to just cross train everyone. Although we do have
that's what they should
different
do.
EPA standards. You have to pass all the tests and you have to have certain clearance. So we do really well on that end, and I'm happy with the team we have, man. Our building is number 2 in LA for compliance. We are as far as the audits go, and me being admin, that means a lot. We're over 150 days accident free. So
damn,
the program that we put into place,
that's pretty good.
Is it's incentive, right? We're number 1 in all of LA for that too. So I put in a program where we we give them food, man. So we taco
That's,
guy.
yeah,
I think we're doing
likes free
Chipotle
food.
next week. A burrito for everybody. We did
That's awesome.
the In-N-Out truck. We did a couple of local restaurants come out.
Dude, I love the In-N-Out truck. Oh man.
So we've done
So
all
good.
that. You know, anything you can do to build morale in full contact retail, it means a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So when I see the
Definitely.
parallels in GameStop and the way they're taking care of their employees, the incentive plan for the store leaders, and then to promote from within. Yes, they're closing stores. Yes, they're shrinking their footprint, but they're giving multiple roles to multiple people. Different hats for different roles, and the more hats, the better. I always equate it to what I used to do in the Army, and they would tell you can always add to your ruck. You don't take away, and that means to your repertoire, right? There's it's your basket. Like you're always adding all these things to your shopping basket. You're just throwing them in. Pretend like you're throwing all this stuff in, and you're walking down, and then eventually something falls off the top. It's because that's the most you can put on, right? And my brother Rico was talking about this the other day to me, and he's like, "Bro, how deep is your basket?" And I'm like, "It's deep, bro. It's deep." He's like, "Exactly."
Yeah,
He's like, so keep
I was
throwing
gonna
it on.
say, I appreciate the information you give and everything. I wish I'd found you sooner with the AMC stuff.
Yeah,
But I did sell before it dropped down to below 12 and everything, and then I bought in some GME when it was like 1660.
yeah.
And I bought some puts on AMC and made a little bit of extra money trying to get back some of my money on that. So it worked out.
So I'm gonna give you this little tidbit because I'm reading in the chat real quick. And for anyone out there like in a management role, or you're in that upper echelon of upper management, and everyone looks at them and be like, oh, they don't work or they don't do anything. There was something that happened in the 1980s. HP started this Hewlett Packard, and they would do this thing where they would walk around work and just appreciate people. They would take, every hour or two, walk around and small talk. I call it kiss babies and shake hands, right? The mayor stuff.
Yeah.
So I go around and I'll be like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to go do my loop. And it's because I go around, kiss babies, shake hands. And I will walk into departments that I don't know. I'll walk into optical. Hey guys, do you guys need any help today? Anything going on? Any concerns? Blah, blah, blah. I have nothing to do with optical. But I'm a different face. And sometimes those employees feel more comfortable going to someone different. And they're
true.
Because they don't want to go to their manager because their manager has making them feel a certain way, whatever it may be. But I make sure that I'm accessible because on the senior level, I've got I'm working hand in hand with 20-something managers that are trying to tell me how they're doing on the day-to-day. But I don't have time to talk to all their employees. So I try to I try to find time to do my loops and talk with every single employee in the building every single day.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And it is awesome because when you get the survey or when you get, called down, they're like, yeah, that there's only one that really understands me. And it's because I go around and I'll give them that time. But that's the job. The job is to appreciate and accommodate. That is
exactly.
And people need to know the new leadership style for this millennial crew. It's unfortunate, guys. I know people are out there trying to be like militant, black and white. It's my way or the highway type deal when they're running these retail companies. And you have a new employee, you have a new generation, and the one that is single. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something. They're single. There's not a lot of kids out there that have girlfriends and wives at 20 years old. None of them. They're not married at a young age. I would tell you that they have children. Unfortunately, some of them, but and I tell you this because they have the Instagram effect and the TikTok effect where they're looking for perfection and or whatever faults you might have, they skim right over it. They're just going to go like this. I don't like the shoes he wears, and they just go swipe left, right? And they just keep going because they're not going to settle for something that they don't want because they can just look in their phone and they'll find whatever they're looking for.
Yeah, that's the trouble with like the technology and everything these days. It's like everything's like instant gratification. Sure. If they don't get instant gratification, then they're just like they're not going to put in the time.
Yeah, I can tell you how many people apply for a position, they don't get it, and then they never apply again because they're pissed off they didn't get it. And it's like, but I'm, and I'm just like, no, you're not understanding the grind.
Yeah, work on your interview skills or whatever.
It's your first job, but more than that, I'm not just talking about individuals. I'm talking about like look at your investments the same way. When we look at these investments for, I don't care what it is. People are going to tell you you're all in meme stocks, whatever it may be. People are looking for a run. People are looking to make money now. It's about now, not accumulation, not share accumulation, not just sitting there understanding business model and investing in it well beyond the macro, all the stuff we talk about. And so I look at it and say, well, you guys don't understand. So I'll be like, hey, man, GameStop's great. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? The stock went down today. Because they're looking for the day.
It's weird. Stocks go up and down.
Well, no,
they're
they're looking for confirmation today. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's the problem. So I'll have somebody who says, I'm not going to call out for a whole year. I'll be like, oh, cool. And then they'll go the whole year. They don't call out. And then they'll expect, to get promoted the next day. And I'll be like, hey, did you? No, I'll be like, did you know you're not supposed to call out?
Yeah, that's like baseline.
Like, we actually pay you to be here. Like, that's the way it works. You get paid to be here. And I just try to be an example of that. So even when I'm not feeling well, I'm going to show up. Even when I'm not feeling well on YouTube, I'm going to show up. And, it's just we're the truth.
And Costco blows my mind, man. Like they're actually really lax compared to a lot of companies. Like people get away with a lot of stuff there for a long time.
Well, you're in a corporation, and you're covered by a lot of things. So, people get enough rope until they do it to themselves. So
yeah, exactly. It's like you can't say that it wasn't your fault, basically.
Well, I'll tell you, I learned this a long time ago. Like somebody said, hey, like I'll have an employee come up and go, hey, can I get vacation for tomorrow? I'm like, absolutely. I'll let you use all your time. Because when you have none left, you can't ask me anymore. And now,
dude, I talked to so many of these young guys that have 5 hours of sick time, and as soon as they get 5 hours, they just use it. Like boom, every time. I'm just like, dude, build that shit up, man. What are you doing?
You know how much I got?
Sorry.
I got 136 hours. Something crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's max. You can't go beyond that. So
then you got to use some.
But anyway, I'm gonna get back to the chat. But I appreciate you. That.
Yeah, I got a quick one for you. I know you'll appreciate this. So I had an idea for a thought-based, thought-activated air freshener. It makes sense if you think about it.
Yeah, that's a really good joke. Yeah, I mean,
I know you appreciate dad jokes.
you really are getting me with that one, bro. What do you call a sad strawberry?
What's that?
A blueberry. I'll be here all week, bro. Thank you.
There you go, man. Yeah, I appreciate your man.
No worries. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, you take it easy, man.
Care. Yes, sir. Oh my shit, bro. A cent. It makes sense if you think about it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to rewind that one and go tell that one to Rico. That's a Rico joke. That's what it is. Based on your thumbnail, you're gonna look like a stud as an 80-year-old. Thank you, Bobby. But that was me at 40, bro. That's all that was. Great stream, Marantz. Thank you so much. Tell us about the end of the market red candle appearing at the market close every day. I don't really care for candles. I don't care if they're open. This is the doji. This is the bullshit. I don't care for any of that crap, dude. I don't care about TA one bit. TA does not matter when you're thinking about these damn movements in these stocks and your investment. I'm going to tell you. Look at this. I'm going to show you something, okay? This is Playboy, okay? This is the one everybody tells you to buy. Did you need TA to figure this out? No. NVIDIA. Did you need TA to figure this out? Was it TA that was going to make the difference here? No. How about here, Microsoft? Was it TA or was it just a good business model? Netflix. Was it TA or is it just a good rebound for the business model? Oh, you don't think it's going to rebound because why? Oh, no, Marantz, that was TA. Oh, was that TA? That it went all the way down to the damn ground? Was that something I don't know? Did I miss something? It has nothing to do with TA. TA is for short-term moves. Look at it. Understand if you're going to make a bet on a stock, whatever. Is this TA, guys? Because it looks like a pump and dump to me. And I'm going to tell you pump and dump based off the information given and the way the business is run. I would never even have to see the chart to know that business is crumbling. All I have to do is go to Twitter. And I can read. They'll tell me that it's the best investment of all time. So I hope you understand the way I look at it. And why does it always do that? Whenever I'm trying to go back to my stuff. Oh, Costco, 551. Oh, man, looking great. Look at this. Look what the TA tells you. It's a terrible stock to own right now. Look at all this. Down, 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 down. Yeah, it's going to keep going. Right. Sure it is. Sure it is. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. You know what the hell this is? This is a man. This is a man. I'm a man. I'm 40. Mike Gundy. All right. Good to see some people keep it real. Thank you so much. Tell us about the end of the market. I don't have to. Year my dad was born. There you go. 1942. Holy shit, Jonathan. I have met people who injured themselves playing pickleball. Go figure. It's the most injured sport in the world. Like, this is the sport that people get injured the most. It's pickleball and then cheerleading. Believe it. It's because they're not meant to be doing that shit. I wouldn't advise any of you to invest into anything but the S&P 500 stocks. Oh, thank you there, Anabolic. Anabolic Steroid, thank you for the advice. You were going to advise me to invest into S&P 500 stocks. Got it. Which one should I do? What S&P 500 stock should I go to first? What, maybe like Target, where they lost $6 billion cash the last 2 years? Should I do that one? Carvana, are they the S&P 500? I don't think they are. I don't know what I should buy, bro. You're a goddamn genius. This guy's a genius, bro. What's up, Marantz? Love you, bro. Thank you so much. Shit, I'm an hour behind. Cranky Tobin, you're fine, bro. You didn't miss anything. You're awesome, brother. Thank you for your point and your point of views. You always have a logical response, perspectives on. Thank you so much, Truth Channel. Is it Chanel or Truth Chanel or Channel? I don't know, but I thank you, bro. I do my best, man. Based on your thumbnail, yes. When you average down, is it like opening a new position and can cancel the old one and the money and sell through the average down? The way I do it, as I buy shares, I've never sold them. And I don't, try not to. But I know that when I transferred out of Fidelity and went over to ComputerShare, I asked for my first 50. So it's first in, first out. That's usually the way it goes, just for tax purposes. Some people were telling me that because of the reverse stock split that they went ahead and got in the ape shares and they converted, that they got a new buy date. And if that's the case, bro, holy shit. That sucks for taxes for them. That's all I'm saying. These bots, hedgies and shills, in here and are lucky in the comments, yeah, are not shadow banned on Marantz's live stream. Yeah, absolutely. I keep it open for everybody. Muchas gracias por el link de para Discord. Something like that. Thank you for the link in the Discord. You're welcome. Costco sent employees to Maui to price gouge people in need. That's not what they did. We're not even at Maui, so that's not what we're talking about. But it's cool, bro. Just found out Marantz works at Costco. Yeah, oh man, come on, bro. I've been doing this for a long time, Herbert Garcia. I'm getting my washer and dryer at Costco delivered this weekend. The installation, haul, and parts, and 2-year warranty is free or included. Marantz, can you give me an employee discount? No, Josh Brown, I cannot give you an employee discount. There's no such thing. As far as it being free, nothing's free. It's included. But yeah, just make sure it works. And make sure they, if you have the haul away, make sure that too. Marantz, did Steve join? I don't know who the hell Steve is. Everyone shouldn't flood the comments so he gets more exposure. I like this guy. He's pretty logical and responsible. He's okay in my book. Well, thank you, True Channel. Congrats, Teabagger. You're banned. Fun off trying to make fun of people in Maui that are hurting. Well, there you go. They're not messing with you, Teabagger. You're done. And I have no problem with that at all. Whatever the mods do, I support 100% because those dudes have I have my trust in Almo, Ruben, Hot This Year, Linda Real, Kyoto, Pepper with Salt. I have my trust in them. Am I missing Ravenstown? I have my trust in them with this channel more than anybody because they've been here with me from day one, literally day one. So there's 98 people in here, guys. Well, there's more than that, but I got you. Yeah. It's called upper management. Those that have never been a part of upper management do not understand what you are talking about. Thank you, Model 3, dude. TRU was the same way for the upper management. Good times, TRU. Thank you. I work from home. It rules when you're sick. Sure, I guess. Taylor Swift concert. Yeah, Jason. So I did announce it. Nothing more pathetic than Marantz having bots ask people to hit the like button. Loose Cannon, welcome back. How about you hit the like button, Loose Cannon? I'm so happy that you come back to the channel every day. As you know, AMC announced they're going to be showing the Taylor Swift concert at their movie theaters. And somehow, some way, it's going to make them a dime. But I wish them all the best of luck. I don't think it matters. I think it's inevitable. They're just prologuing the inevitable. We are not people. We are bots. I agree, RP. This guy talking to Marantz may be the worst and boring person in the world. I don't know, Loose Cannon. The mic's open for you, so we can come in and maybe you can come be the worst or the best person in the world. Can we do that? Loose Cannon, you've had Twitter fingers for a long time, bro. You've been really tough online. I'd like for you to come in and talk to me. And let's see what you're all about. I knew Marantz worked at Costco the first time I saw his earbuds. RP, stop it, bro. That's hilarious. Don't get mad at me. I had skull candies, bros, if you guys don't know. Had to work a little late, run in from the beginning. Love y'all. Peace. There you go, Mike Vanetti. Thank you so much. We had that at TRU. We rolled up our sleeves and joined the work at every store we went to go visit. Yep. If they see you, they can do the work, and they want to work for you. Team building is strong. Correct. Day trading is not a team sport. One of the big reasons I'm so great at it. I see you changed your account there, and you're in here now. Nobody asked if it was a team sport, and nobody said if you were good at it. Like, you're so left field in the umbilical cord. It's crazy, bro. Like, you change account. This guy probably has 20 accounts. I swear to you, he has to. And he just comes in and just says the most random shit that nobody asked. You guys, man, 50, single, and flirty. I don't know. You guys are killing me, bro. Taylor Swift is going to save AMC. If someone is crippled, I give it to them. Oh, there you go. Where is Steve? I don't know. Yeah, where's Steve? I don't know. Dollar cost average down in terms of those who keep throwing good money after a doom stock position. Yeah. Sure. That's what it is. Oh, it's like that. Costco, a good company. Keep doing your thing, Marantz. Oh, thank you so much. I will. I wish I would have found you 3 years ago. I would have saved 3 years and $150K from criminal Adam Aaron. Thinking about it, selling my AMC. I have $7K left out of $150K. I'm thinking about putting it into GameStop. Well, that sounds like a good investment in my mind, but, I'm not you. But, yeah, listen, PM Righteous. I said it when I first met you a couple months ago that I can remember. I remember you writing in the chat to me. And I said, you're going to lose all your money. And this stock has come down 90%. Like, it's going to keep happening. So if you think you have 7 now, you'll have 3 real soon. I'm just telling you that stock will be down to $6, $7 in due time. It is not anything anybody should hold. My opinion. Marantz, don't you talk about MOAS price? Who would you advise to sell even if you don't sell? See, that's not fair. I don't even know how to say your name. Husey Blunt, whatever your name is, HB. You see, I can't advise you, period. I don't know you. I don't know what you're in for. I don't know what you need. I don't know what tolerance you have. What's the end game for you? Another freaking commercial about Taylor Swift hits AMC. It's all over the goddamn TV because they're up 3.81% today. Does anybody understand? Look at this shit. And the girls are just talking about it. Oh, and they're all smiling and dancing. This is gross. Oh my God. Oh, fucking Yahoo, dude. This is why I watch Yahoo Finance, guys, on TV. I swear to you, I have the channel, right? And the reason why I watch it is because it's Apollo. And they are pumping this story with these two ladies. Oh, it's gross. Oh, I'm disgusted. Oh, I can't. Oh my God. You guys are getting robbed. Oh, fuck. It's down 67% this year. And you're going to tell me this little 3% movement up to $13 is it. Guys, that's $1.30. Ah, I can't. They're attacking me. I can't give you advice on when to sell your shares because I don't know what the hell you're going for. You want to know my exit price? My exit price keeps moving up, babe. Ah. I think when I first started streaming, I was like, yeah, my price on my way out was like $2,500 a share. I'm down to $1,000 a share, guys. If it hits $1,000 a share, I'm out this bitch. Guess who's back? Back again. Marantz ain't back because he got no friends. He's out. That's how it's going down, bro. I swear to God, I'll be out of here. But it'll take $1,000. I know it's at 20 right now. I know it's at 18 right now. I know you're saying, how the hell is it going to get 100 bagger out of this? Don't worry about me, bro. Worry about you. Jules! Doom, doom, doom. I'm looking for 1,000. That's it. Maybe that number comes down. And he asked me a year from now. It might come down. 2x to catch up. Let's get it. I'm with you, Darth. I ask people to push the like button, but I have nothing to do with this guy. I just think he's pretty reasonable and logical in approach. We Truth Channel, we know, man. I don't know you. I've never met you, but I appreciate you. Taylor Swift. T-Sweezy. T-Sweezy, baby. Have you considered selling the AMC shares and sell puts to get some of that money back? Oh, you could do it however you want to do it. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. Caesar Hand says, Marantz, if you can see him, you can be him. Yeah. God, dude, how much do I got to see Taylor Swift in her 17 years of music? It's called 10 Eras. They really think people are going to go watch this shit like all the time? I'm sure some people will, bro. Not me. I wouldn't go see Taylor Swift even if I had free tickets. Wendy, I would. Like in concert? Absolutely. She's an icon and she's great. She has bangers. Oh my God, she has so many good songs. But she probably has the best catalog of anybody. I told my brother that and he was like trying to fight me on it. Oh no, he said somebody else. I forget who he named. He named somebody and I was like, bro, not even close. Taylor Swift is untouchable. I don't know, my contact's tripping, bro. I don't even have contacts in, but my eye's tripping. That's what I meant to say. No, Taylor Swift, you can't beat her, bro. I think Britney has a really good catalog, but Taylor, shit. At what price point will you admit GameStop is a quintessential penny stock? 10, 7, 5 perhaps. Yeah, loose cannon. If it got to $5, then it would be technically a penny stock, right? But $5 with the reverse stock split would be $20. See, I'm that guy. Fuck you. How about that? Punk. At what price? I'll never get there because you'll never get there. $5 is the cash position. What are we talking about? Guys, what are you going to do when they go the whole year and they don't lose more than $100 million cash? It means they're going to be in business for the next 14 years. And what are you doing? Hey, Marantz, truth hurts, but you still managed to make me laugh so hard. Thanks. Sunflower, I do my best, man. It's hard with loose cannon. It's hard with them. Taylor Swift sold out in my area. Yeah. What's your average? Cody, my average? I hit nothing but dimes, bro. Nothing but dimes. I married a dime. That's all I can tell you. I'm looking for 2K and I'm good. Josh Brown, I'm good at 1K, bro. At 1K, I'm good. Like, I know. Trust me. I want to, but I ain't that greedy. Look at people going to say, you're crazy, Marantz. How the hell are you going to get $1,000 out of this? I don't know. I don't know what you don't know. But Rico knows. No. How is ComputerShare going to get the high price if they're only selling by once a week and a month? I don't know. I don't care. I got 50 shares over there, bro. And I already told you I'm going to sell those at $50. And you think I'm joking. I will sell every share of my ComputerShare account at $50 and go rebuy them on Fidelity because I don't even want them over there right now. That's how frustrated I am with that whole motion. And everybody's going to tell you, oh, Marantz, you're a shill. You don't DRS? I DRS my shares, bro. Calm down. I'm going to break the whole world apart? These guys think they figured it out. Hello, brothers and sisters. The concert in theaters has never worked. This has been tried. Swift ain't big enough to change it. D-Mec, Swift is huge. Swift is huge. But we saw him try to do it with Chance the Rapper. That didn't work for me. Even Michael Jackson has tried this. It really doesn't work to that point. I agree. But Taylor Swift is the biggest in the world right now. My point is, how much you got to pay Taylor Swift to put her shit in your movie theaters? She probably gets 100% of the ticket price. And that's why they increased the price, I bet you. And here they are. They're just going to make money off the concessions. Good luck. Afternoon, Marantz. Do you think the restart of student loan payments will have an effect on the market? I think they started being due today. Low, I don't care. I don't know. I mean, I know about it. I know about enough to know that if they could eliminate that, they tried to, but that's big money. That's banks. That's a banking issue. It's a banking question, not necessarily an investment question. So I tell you, Low, let's look at the banks and let's see how they fare. But those endowments for universities and how they manage their money is solely based off of the student loan repayments that they have. Not my cup of tea. I hear you, Wendy. It ain't mine either, but I'm just telling you, she's banger. Of course, Marantz loves Taylor. His favorite artist is Drake. I said Drake is one of the best rappers, Josh Brown. Get it right. My favorite artist? No. My favorite artist has never changed. It's going to be Sarah Bareilles, and Jackson Brown. That's my favorite. If I had a go-to, that's it. And it was amazing, guys. So we do the funeral, my buddy, and I was able to use the channel. You guys don't know this. I used the channel to live stream it and to patch them in. I did a private live stream via Marantz Rantz, and I was able to upload aunt and uncle so that they were across the country, that they could actually speak at the funeral. We used the platform for that. It was awesome. I'm telling you, I felt so good about it. But here's the best part. At the end, when they were like playing the songs and remembering my buddy's dad, one of the songs that they played just happened to be one of the songs I'm playing at my funeral, because it's a song for me and my son. And my dad played it for us when we were growing up. And it's Jackson Brown, Running on Empty. That's why I play it on the stream from time to time. Running on empty, do-do-do-do-do, or running blind. Hey, that song came on, and I was just in another zone. I got all teary-eyed because I thought about my son singing it with me in the truck while I'm driving to school in the morning. So I can only imagine what my buddy and his dad went through with that song, and it felt so good to hear that song this week. Of course, Marantz loves Taylor. Yes, but that's my favorite. Marantz, that's my whole point. You blindly follow GameStop like the apes follow AMC. No, not even close. Not even close, Loose Cannon. Because I know when I'm being taken for a fool. Okay? I understand the money. I understand the balance sheet. You can't say they're the same at all. Those guys were given ape. I'd have never been there. I'd have sold all my shares before that ever happened. You let some bullshit, some funky stuff come out for GameStop, and I'll never be here. Hot damn, I'm shitting gold these days. Well, good job. Dang, my opinionated asshole account must be shadow realmed. Protect Marantz at all costs. GameStop can't stop, won't stop. Child of Helio, you're welcome back. Don't worry about it, man. Be here for real is triggered by you, Marantz. Okay. I have no idea. Hi, Wendy. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Yes, sir. Still play pickup ball? Did you get some better shoes? Josh Brown, no. I'm not playing ball right now. I haven't had time to get down there. But in the chat, his name is Test. Test, your mic is muted. You have to unmute your mic if you want to talk to us. But the floor is yours when you unmute your mic. Okay, Test? Figure it out. There you go. How you doing? Test. Did you want to talk? You're just going to stand there. You just going to stand there and bleed, or you going to say something?
Hello?
Yes, how you doing?
Hi, Marantz. How are you?
I'm outstanding. How can I help you today?
So I wanted to talk to you about a few topics.
Sounds great.
So I'm heavily invested in GME.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations.
A couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. So do you believe one player has a majority short position? Because from my, like, we all make memes about Kenny and Citadel, but it's in my mind, it's not actually a meme. I think they do hold the majority short position.
Yeah, I don't think they do. No, I don't think they do. I think they saved private equity by giving a bailout to Mudrick, but I think the majority, I think what they call jumping, I think the whole group does. That's what I think.
So when this all popped off in January 2021, and they received millions of buy orders, you don't think they even bragged about it on their Twitter that they were the only ones providing liquidity?
Yeah, but
So
there's two different ways of looking at it. One is they're a market maker themselves. Two, the trading side of the trade is they're not nearly big enough to offset what the whole world is.
I'm referring just to the Citadel Securities, not Citadel Advisors, the hedge fund.
Right. Well, that's what I'm telling you. So Citadel Securities themselves, I mean, I don't know if they're allowed to do it, though. I don't know if that breaks any regulation that they might have, them being the market maker themselves and shorting the position. You know, I think that's why they invented their hedge fund. But more so than that, they don't have enough money to offset what was happening. That's why when you look at I believe it's Interset, something like that, where they were, $50 billion worth of excess capital that they couldn't pay the premium. So it wasn't even Robinhood. Robinhood wasn't the issue. It was these other guys. So when you're shutting down the whole world off of this security, it's bigger than just one institution. That's me.
You don't think that they execute like majority retail orders, and you don't find it odd that they've been selling bonds? Ken Griffin sold 10% to Sequoia Capital. You don't find all these headlines a bit like odd?
No, because I think the headlines are there for a reason, to throw you off. I think the eyes that they put on to Citadel are there to throw you off. That's why when Ken Griffin does an interview and he's like, I don't know what all these guys are talking about, this whole GameStop this, GameStop that. He's like, that's not us, because I don't think it is. I think it's private equity. I think it's the other side of the bet.
I actually, well, I'll disagree with you there. I actually do think he's the main, like he's got a majority. I think it's unintentional as well. His algorithms, they're built to execute retail orders. And then when Jan happened, and the following months happened, he inadvertently just found himself short as he just executed and made all the orders print. So I think that's my, and then all the stuff coming out, all the headlines, him selling Citadel, him raising money for bonds. Anyway, I think he's got a majority short position. He's one of the biggest shorts, and I think that's unintentional as well.
Okay, well, you're happy to have it.
Right.
I just think I think it's everybody. I think it's the whole damn crew. So I don't think it's like one individual person. It's not like one domino falls. I think that because Melvin Capital was so small, but yet they were over leveraged themselves, a small amount. But remember who was ready to buy them out and help them out? It wasn't just Citadel. It was also 0.72. And every other hedge fund was maneuvering to offset that. I have a phone call I have to take. 1 second. Hello. No, you're good, brother. Go ahead.
Oh, me?
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. That was one of those times where I got to take the phone call. So right now, GameStop's at 1856. Yeah, I think you have a good idea. It's what you're going to believe at that point. I mean, I'm not going to stop you from believing it, Test, because the truth is no one knows the actual short position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one knows for sure.
Yeah.
And also, on the very first day, I'm not sure if you remember, but after the headlines broke in Jan 2021 and trading resumed for some people, but for the majority, it was still closed. That very same day, I saw the price walk down exactly $100, like 100.00. And that's when I knew that they could control the price. Obviously, a lot of what I say, I think, people will say it's tinfoil, but I think that was for headline reasons. When you see $100 drop, I think they were going for a psychological, punch to the gut.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think.
Ever since then,
it's me.
All right. Well, ever since then, and one of the things you mentioned recently as well, and I remember this because I saw it live as well, and I just totally forgot about it because so much happens with this stock. But AMC halted, and then GME just pumped.
Yeah.
Exact same moment. I was there, saw it myself, and then that's why I believe that the price is controlled and manipulated. So, and I saw it the very first day when it was up. It's meant to be the most volatile stock on the planet, and they just walked it down ever so nicely, ever so slowly, exactly $100 loss on that day, and then they continued that until they found their bottom, which was around 40, I believe.
Yeah, $43, $39.
Yeah, somewhere around that. I think it was 38 at one point. Yeah. So anyway, because of that, because of how much retail billions went in on this, and how Citadel is, the payment for order flow king, I think they executed a lot of retail buy orders, and they had to take the other side of the trade, and they, unintentionally found themselves short.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll talk about it after. Fine.
Yeah, that's what I believe. But and that segues into my next question, because I think if what I'm saying is true, then this presents a systemic risk, which is, I think, why we've seen a lot of NSCC, DTCC rules come into play. Because if Citadel defaults, then, by the way, when I refer to Citadel, I just mean Citadel Securities. So when they default, if the short, GME short goes belly up, and it'll have to go up the chain. So I don't know who's responsible, the NSCC or whoever's going to cover these losses. That's why I think they're a systemic risk, which is also something I think was mentioned in the congressional hearing about Citadel. If they were to go belly under, some guy was saying it would impact the whole market, or I can't remember because it's so long ago.
But, they always say the insurance will come out and pay like $65 trillion or something crazy. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
And then that flows through to my third point. This is all based on one predicate, that Citadel Securities is short, and Ken Griffin's a billionaire. He's a powerful guy. I don't know why, because I don't trust these people, like the morality and ethics. And I remember reading some stories about how Patrick Byrne of Overstock was followed, or he was threatened. So I don't know why, maybe it's too big. Maybe this is a bit too tinfoil, but I don't know why they don't strike a private deal with Ryan Cohen, or basically I feel for Ryan Cohen's safety.
It has nothing to do with Ryan.
This is like real tinfoil. Like if it's, threatening a few billionaires and their entire reputation is on the line, for example, Ken Griffin, then I'm not sure. What do you think about that?
I think it's all for sport. I think people have made and lost plenty of money, but King Griffin's money, cash, is not affected. He's not trading his own personal wealth. So that's a misleading idea. He has a house that's worth $50 million in Florida. I don't think.
Of course, he's already cashed out.
Yeah, my point is he's not going to lose a single dollar. So him being,
I know he's not going to lose, but the reputational damage that Citadel goes belly up,
Well, you make another one. Drexel Burnham Lambert went out, and Mike Milken is worth $6 billion today. It's not that. Like, if I could be with you, if I could just think the way you're thinking, is to paint it and say it's this one person or this one thing.
Not completely, but the majority.
Yeah, the majority. Listen, here's my thing. You're trying to say that retail trades were pushing the stock in January. There's not enough money in the retail world to push a stock. I learned this because there I was in March 10th, 11th, looking at GameStop, and it pushed all the way to 347, and in 30 minutes, it got rocked all the way to 171.
Yeah.
When I saw that happen, my stomach fell out of my damn body. I said, holy shit.
And at the same time, the CNBC breaking news, exact moment, all the articles on the financial.
But we buy it all the way back, right? And I say we, but we're not buying it back. We're sitting there holding our bag, looking at it, saying, what the hell's happening? So, retail,
how much,
I'm just telling you, retail doesn't move the stocks. So when you're sitting there.
What do you mean by that?
I'm telling you, it's hedge fund versus hedge fund. These movements you see, the movements you see are hedge funds jumping in to battle other hedge funds. Citadel is fighting someone. The private equity firms are fighting someone, and it's not the good guy. It's not the guy I wear a t-shirt guy. It's not me. It's not you. It's not retail here. To paint it all against one person and one story to say this is who it is and this is how he's doing it because he controls retail trades. Nobody gives a shit about the retail trades. It's the off the market shit you care about. It's the dark pool shit you care about. It's the non-lit exchange trades you care about. It's not here. That fight is at another level. If it were here,
how much?
And this price mattered, watch. If it were here and this price mattered, you wouldn't see the triple bottom push down that they just did.
I guess I disagree with you fundamentally because the amount of money that has gone into this stock from retail, I think that does move the price. You look at the amount of DRS shares at the time, at the price, that was almost 2-3 billion. And once again, my own DD shows that I think 20, that's being generous, 20% of holders have DRS'd.
Okay.
There's still 80%, I think, that haven't.
So one person owns a third of that.
Pardon?
Ryan Cohen is one person, and he owns a third of the DRS shares.
Yeah, but he didn't spend.
Listen to what I just told you. One person owns a third of all DRS shares. I'm trying to tell you something. This is not about retail versus the hedge funds. If you want to come along for the ride, come along for the ride. If you want to be in the ocean while these two battleships are battling back and forth, and it's private equity versus a long hedge fund out there. There's people who believe in GameStop. There's people that actually put millions of dollars behind it. RC Ventures is one guy. But him making a bet on himself, putting himself in the position to work it, is the bet. Look at what Carl Icahn did against Bill Ackman for 5 years at Herbalife. The same thing. Bill Ackman bets $1 billion against it. Carl Icahn has to stick it out for 5 years. Look where we're at. We're at year 2. We're at year 2 in a struggle against private equity versus, venture capitalists. VC firms that are pumping companies that deserve to be here in America, deserve to be built and still running. The only thing retail can do to help out this investment is not buy the stock, but it's to shop at the goddamn company. The stock price is where it's at. And it's not going to move because guess what? A third of it is owned by one guy. He's holding it up himself, propping it up himself. This shit gets lower. What do? They buy more. The insiders themselves, they buy more. But they're millionaires and they're billionaires and they're hanging on. Me, I'm just a dude with a small position. And a lot of small positions out there, but there's a lot of people in the higher levels of money in Wall Street that are betting against it. And it's not just Citadel, it's everybody. It's the easiest play you ever met. The safest play on Wall Street to make is the one to bet on someone's downfall. It's the safest bet. It's not to try to pick a winner. Anybody can pick a winner. Look at this. They go around, they go like this, I got to pick a winner. You know how hard that is to do? I got to pick the next stock that's going to take off. It's almost impossible. But I can pick the next 20 stocks that are going to go under. That's what's happening.
All right. I guess apart from being in both, all in on GME, I think we disagree a lot on the background of what's happening behind the scenes.
So what would take away your
I think it's retail versus because I don't see any mainstream media positive articles.
No,
ever.
yeah, you won't. You won't because we don't control the media. But I mean, I made my own channel to do it, right?
And CNBC, one of the biggest GameStop bashers, they're very friendly with Citadel.
Yeah, but retail they're not very friendly. They're sponsored by them, but retail doesn't watch CNBC.
Yeah, I know, but to them, they don't know that. They think that the mainstream media scare tactics works. They think people listen to them.
Yeah, well,
or it's just
then I wouldn't exist, right?
The younger generation.
Right, but I wouldn't exist. And then you go through and you see something like, them to pump out the information via commercial, for AMC and the diversion, and we're all in this together. We're meme stocks, right? We're partnered up. But if we're all meme stocks and if we're all fighting, Citadel, then explain to me why all private equity firms are attacking every single short position out there. They're crumbling companies. They're all looking for collateral to offset something. They're all building up assets under management. Have you seen the buildup of assets under management from Apollo over the last, 20 years? To go from being in charge of $8 billion to now $600 billion, the amount of collateral you have right there, and you're going to tell me it's because of Citadel's $50 billion on the books, off the books? No, it's not one. I'm with you. They might be buried, they might be deep, but it's not one. It's the whole damn thing.
All right. Well, I think it's very much retail versus one or two big hedge funds or market makers.
Cool. Well, then we'll all keep buying.
And then if that's why, the people that used to say, "Oh, the governments are going to intervene," I used to think they were loony. But I just can't shake the feeling that Citadel Securities is short, and then if they go belly up, they'll have to be bailed out. So I
just think that, like, if you want to see it this way, I'll try to give you this example. I see it like
for example.
No, go ahead.
We know the price should be going up. With the amount of people buying, we know it should be going up, but the price is going down. It's obviously controlled. And they can't let the price go up too much, otherwise they'll be in the red too much. So like you said, and this segues into my next question about AMC. And I agree with you. I've done a lot of research on that too. I've done a lot of research. I think for the longest time I used to think it was a pump and dump. But then I switched over to thinking that they were long AMC to offset the GME losses. Or I still can't make up my mind because they're not stupid. They know that AMC is a bankrupt company. They could only use that to kick the can only so many months before it loses the peg.
Right. I've established this with you, but like think about it like this. You're watching a football game, okay? And there's two teams, and those teams get paid to play, and they're out there, and the outcome is dependent on those two teams playing. And you're a fan, and you're on the outside looking in, and you can make a bet on the game. Your bet on the game has no influence over the outcome of the game. That's how I can tell you it's happening. You can make a bet on GameStop all you want. You can put all the money in the world on the stock, and you can do all that. It's not going to make a difference on the outcome of what the company does and how it's run. And the thing that Ryan Cohen did was he bet on his own team, and he pushed out any negative, private equity that had influence over what they're doing on a day-to-day operation. Those guys betting against it are betting at Best Buy, Amazon, all the other ones, Target, that they're going to cripple GameStop. So what are they doing? They're doubling down on those investments. They're going in and they're making sure that supply chain issues happen. They're shutting down freight. Their yellow freight go under. They want to stop all supply chain. They want to cripple this economy to ruin one small gaming company, so they don't have the ability to recover, to pivot, to transition. This is why I'm telling you it's bigger than just one thing. When you and your buddies all get on one side and you jump against a stock like KKR, like Apollo, and like Citadel have all done, it is that. When I tell you something's a pump and dump and you're saying, well, it might be they're long, they still got to pump the liquidity out of you. They're doing it right now. They release some stunt, and then they'll be like, hey, here we go. This is going to pump the stock price, but it does nothing for the bottom line. That company doesn't become more survivable by any stretch. It's still going to be gone in 3 years. So right now you're just mitigating risk. You're moving risk, but you're not eliminating it. You have the right mindset, yet you don't have the question. You've got to back up even further. It's kind of like how I talked to Badass Trader when Badass Trader was telling me Marantz, Adam Aaron is a plant for private equity at Apollo. And he showed me the whole story. And then I took it upon myself to go back even further, 30 years out, say, look what they've been doing for 30 years. This explains it. That's what you have at GameStop.
I wanted to thank you about the DD basically that you did on that, because I was, like many others, invested, but we didn't at the time really know who we were investing with. Since that, I am very happy that my money's with Ryan Cohen and his board. If I saw, like you, I had marked Adam Aron as a snake, not immediately, because in Jan 2021, no one really knew what was going on. They just saw a ticker that they had to buy, right? No one did any further research. It was just buying stocks. But look deeper, and I think you were right, because with the wrong board, it doesn't matter who's buying what, how many billions go in, they're going to fail, right? So I think with Ryan Cohen, with GameStop, I'm very happy with that, and that's something I learned while after I bought. So it was, something of a risk. I invested my money.
I understand. I just think that people are chasing ghosts. I said this yesterday on Twitter. I think people are chasing ghosts, as in to say market manipulation, stock manipulation, trade manipulation, like you're saying right now. It does not. Retail trades don't matter to me. Off the market doesn't matter.
Marantz, you've managed to see what CNBC did with AMC, but why can't you see like everything else, the smaller things that they do, the subtle ones, the media articles?
No, but I call that out when it happens. I do all of that. What do you mean that I don't see it?
Yeah, but that should point you to the direction that one or two big players are short, like namely Citadel.
Because I refuse to go ahead and call out the one that they want me to say. That's not it. If I wanted you to think this person did it, Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK. That's what I want you to believe. That's what I put in front of you. That's not what happened. This is not Ken Griffin.
When Ken Griffin gives these interviews, like, the GameStop thing.
Yeah, that was he's baffled just like everyone else.
You don't see something in his face that just betrays his words? You don't think that he knows what's going on?
So have you done the homework that I've done on private equity? Did you watch Connect the Dots?
Yeah, I watched some of them.
No, so you say you watched some. Let me ask
not
you.
All of them, but
that's what I'm going to tell you. Watch it. No. There's no such thing. Why haven't you watched them all?
After a few, I got what you were trying to say. I knew what the playbook was.
You think. But then they evolve. They find new ground. They find a new idea. They're adapting even now. So when they go through and they plant who they have to plant, and they get the outcome they're looking for, but when you find one greedy person, at SAC Capital, they invested money with Steve Cohen, and Steve Cohen went in there and got indicted on insider trading. One individual did not speak. One individual did not turn state's evidence, and that was Gabe Plotkin. Gabe Plotkin started his own family fund under his grandfather's name.
Let me ask you one question. Do you think Citadel Securities can control the price of a ticker?
Absolutely.
Yes or no question?
Yes.
And do you think that they're doing that too, or do you think someone is doing that to GameStop?
Here's what I think.
Whether to make options expire out the money,
you're not
whether
listening.
to...
You're not listening. See, you're looking at one aspect of this. You're looking at the market, and I'm not. I'm telling you, take that shit off the screen. Take the price action or the lack thereof. Take all the options, derivatives, explanations off the market. Get all that out of here. Talk to me about the company. How is it that they want to ruin a company? You see, this is why I know you don't understand connecting the dots, because you're trying to tell me about market manipulation instead of actual manipulation of the company itself. If I'm going to make a bet in the market,
because I've already given you my context.
No, I understand, but you have to understand what I'm telling you. You're looking at one aspect of this trade, as in to say, Marantz, they bet that GameStop was going to go on, this one individual hedge fund, but yet Citadel wasn't on the board of directors. They weren't manipulating the outcome. Other private equity firms were. Therefore, you think KKR was on the board of directors at GameStop and not have a bet on it? They know the outcome of the game. They know that it's going to go under. They're betting on it to go under, and they're going to make it happen. How the hell do you think it's just Citadel?
When Ken Griffin comes out with comments like, I don't know if you heard this one, like, thanks Redditors for helping us create the best pipeline we've ever had.
Yeah.
You know, you don't think that they execute, or they were executing much of the retail orders in Jan and the following months?
You know what I think? I think that they're able to put out any ticker they want on Reddit and Twitter and manipulate anyone they want, because the psychological run is...
They own Wall Street Bets. You know that, right?
Yes, they own all media. All media. His ex-wife is on the board of directors at Fox News. I'm well aware of the manipulative factors that they do, but you keep talking about market manipulation. And I'm talking about actual corporations being gutted from within.
Yes, yeah, and that's not a problem for GameStop, like you said.
Yes, but that's a problem when you're saying that it's just one side of it. It would look at me. If I walk up to you and I go, "Hey, GameStop, here's the problem. The market, look at the price. They manipulated the stock price. They manipulated the trade." That'd be one thing. But I found this private equity.
There's two aspects. So private equity, that's a battle that GameStop's already won. So what's left now? It's just the price doesn't.
But what if they made the bet against that battle? What if that was their bet against the battle, and now they're under how much? Who else is under here? Did you see it go up on volume or go down on volume? When it was coming crashing down, was there mass amounts of volume? No. So who's manipulating the price to come down? You think it's just Citadel, just a one market maker who does the 66% of all retail trades? You think it's that guy?
Yeah. I think because, well, you're not going to change my mind because I'm a firm believer that...
Oh, apparently not.
Citadel is majority
So I was going to ask
short.
you a question, but you kept going on because, you know, when you try to project it out to be that the case, right, and try to make people to understand that that's what you think is the case. And one, I would encourage you to start your own platform and get this message out to everybody, because if you're that adamant, do it. Work on it.
I don't really...
No, you got to.
You know, everyone already makes memes about Kenny, Citadel. So
no, but like, you have a stance that no one else has right now. And that is, it's him and no one else. I have the stance of being totally separate, because I don't know if you know, there's not too many GameStop YouTubers. There's like 2 or 3. So I'm trying to figure out why you wouldn't want that to get out to the masses, or why you want to hold that all in. Maybe you just want to pocket this fight. But I'll tell you something. If I were to believe what you believe and put the blinders on and get narrow and say it's only this, you wouldn't have the information you have today to make the choice decision you have. Because I wouldn't do the due diligence that it took to understand what private equity is and to tell you what connect the dots are.
Yeah, but listen, so Marantz, there's two sides, right? Private equity, which is no longer a concern for GameStop. And then
you say it's no longer a concern.
Well, it's a concern, but I mean, it's something that they've not a victim of. Because Brian Cohen kicked them out.
What do you mean they're not a victim of? Can I tell you something? A victim of your own success. I'll explain it to you. I want to hire a CEO, and I can't hire certain individuals because I don't know who to trust. I don't know who's come from what company and where they've been and what's their track record. I have to do the due diligence on everyone and everything. You don't think that's a hindrance on GameStop? You don't think when they're connecting and doing partnerships with companies like FTX who have direct ties to private equity, and or any other company that's reaching out and saying, hey, we want to partner up, you don't think they have to proceed with caution? How is it that they can't sign an infrastructure deal for freight without worrying about, is it going to be with Yellow Freight because they're owned by Apollo? How many of those trucks are not going to get delivered and their product line going to get shrunk down? There's so many aspects of business that you have to take into consideration. Then you just cannot be oblivious to say it's all gone. This is the enemy versus all enemies. And you have the audacity to say, oh, because they fired one guy off the board, it's not an issue anymore. No, the whole fucking world's against you. Media's against you. People are against you. The whole stock market's against you. And you want to know why I roll with Ryan Cohen? Because somebody needs to. He needs a buddy. He needs a friend. Hell, look at this channel, for example. I start out with no one. We come through, we get shit on the whole way through, and we're correct. And it's taken this long for people to come out and be like, you know what, Marantz, you got that right, you got that right. I have to have the most perfect track record. But I have to be worried about who comes in and says a message like the one you're saying and painting the picture to be like the way you say it. I'm no different. And that's why I won't partner up with links and affiliates and all the other shit. There's some real ass people that understand this, and there's some guys out here who want to gloss over it. Look in the mirror. And I give you the floor. I give you the time and the respect to say what you're going to say. And you can say it and you can shape it any way you want. But like I said, start the channel.
Marantz, like when you see, I get what you're saying. So that's an ongoing concern. It's something GameStop has to fight.
Oh, now you change your tune mid-sentence. Good. I'm listening.
From a purely ticker price perspective, and
Say that again. Ticker price? Is that what you said?
yeah,
Okay.
like it's almost unbelievable to see in the news that Citadel Securities goes under, Ken Griffin, blah blah blah. The embarrassment for him. Like, don't you see on the do you honestly believe that Citadel advises the hedge fund made a record 16 billion, like they claim?
I don't care. Is that fair? Watch this. What if they made this? No, watch this. What if they made $1 billion? 16 or 1? What's the difference? They're still successful. They're still in business.
Aren't you asking yourself why they would put out an article that Citadel made the best returns ever for a hedge fund?
What, you think it's because people like you that believe that that's the enemy? See, this is where I try to find out what you're all about. Because the minute you find out it's not Citadel, what do you do then? Do you sell and say, oh man, I was wrong? Or do you sit around and say, you know what, let me think about another way I can change this mid-sentence, mid-topic?
Think about from the company's perspective. They've built the entire infrastructure for 10 years since payment for order flow to execute retail orders.
What does that have to do with GameStop?
Because if they found themselves short, then they would, to stop the price rising, they would take the other side of the bet.
So you think that they have to...
Which is why billions of retail dollars, like billions of billions, have gone into GameStop, but the price just keeps going.
Billions of retail dollars. You're hilarious. You're hilarious. Do you know why they stopped Robinhood from actually doing this? Because Robinhood had a glitch within their own system where people could start up a new account, put in 1,000, get 2,000. So they're getting free money to open up these new options positions, and they were manipulating them. That's what's happened with Robinhood. There's not billions of dollars. Now watch this. How many people do you know own GameStop?
I don't know anyone personally who owns it.
Thank you. But guess what I have to do? I have to go out here and fish the whole goddamn internet to find, 9,000 people? Is this room filled with 100,000 people? Because I can talk about AMC and be AMC to the moon. It's going crazy. And I'm going to see 100,000 people in here.
I don't know how you don't believe billions have been poured into GameStop.
It's not that I don't believe billions are poured into GameStop. I do believe billions are poured into GameStop. I don't believe that it's just retail, that it's just the little guy versus the big guy, David versus Goliath. I don't think it's the one big guy. You want to beat out Citadel? You want to kick their ass? You want to catch them with their pants down like they are supposedly right now? You think you're the smart guy? You think you're the only one who figured this out? Well, then let's go to New York and let's go see how many hedge funds put money on GameStop. I'll wait.
Alongside doesn't need to hide anything in this fight, so it would be reported. It's the shorts that are doing hiding and the swaps and whatever market makers can do to hide their positions.
Jay, what's up?
From the amount that retail has directly registered.
No.
And like what?
Yeah, I know, but he has a Costco account too, so you can use that one or you can use his mom, whatever the warranty's at. But he was changing it out for his mom. All right, thank you. All right, so they called me just to make that. Sorry, that's work calling. I'm helping out people change lives over here. But go ahead, I'm listening to you.
So longs don't need to hide. So when you say who do you think is long GameStop, and why isn't it reported?
Well, you don't have to report over a certain amount. Okay, you have to have a certain amount. And so, if you're going to think that people aren't long GameStop, just look at Ryan Cohen in general, and or wait till you see it actually pop out with fundamentals, right? So right now, retail's holding it up as we speak. Ryan Cohen and retail. That's all I'm telling you. And if for the market cap to be at $5 billion, how much money is really on the side of the long versus what you think the short is? That's my point. So if we're out here talking about $1 billion out of Ryan, there you go, another billion just all together. So maybe we're at $2 to $3 billion retail. You think that's a monster number? I remember when AMC had a market cap of $36 billion. That was 2 years ago.
I think way more than 3 billion has been
way more
spent.
Way more
by retail alone.
Okay.
Way more.
Well, when you go find them, tell them to come over here because I got a YouTube channel that they haven't subscribed to yet.
Marantz, what do you mean when you find them? Wall Street Bets grew from 1 million members to 10 million.
Is that what you think?
Minus the bots, how many do you think?
That's what you think.
It was worldwide news.
Okay. Have you seen Matthew Corr's channel?
I know of him. I haven't seen.
Okay,
I just know he's
390,000 followers. That's what he had on his ticker. Do you know how many views he has this month?
I don't know.
300,000. You know how many we have here? 300,000. I want you to do the math. I don't care about Wall Street Bets and their fake number that they have next to the ticker. I don't care about what you think you can prove via Citadel and their trades. None of that matters. Did you shop at GameStop this week?
I'm from England.
What does that mean to me?
There's no GameStop here.
There's no GameStop here. So think about the game you're playing. You're in the investment world trying to make a bet on a stock that you can't touch. You can't touch the company. You can't touch the fabric. All you can do is make a bet on a stock that you think is going up. You can't support this company. You buy shares. But you got to find a way to take your ass across the pond or do something to that effect. But to paint a picture, as in to say, and I'm not against any UK brothers that I have. You already know this. All of Europe, they're all with me. They rock with me. I send them merch for free. I do all the above. But what you can't do is you can't come in here and tell me it's Ken Griffin. It's Kenny boy. It's the mailman. Because that's what they wanted.
Well, I'm not advertising that position or, forcing it on anyone. That's just what my personal belief is. I'm adamant on that. Anyway, let's talk about AMC. If you have time.
Sorry, I was on the phone. Work again. That's the way it goes. So are we all done with this? Are we done with your ideas? Because you say you have question after question. You didn't ask one.
Well, let's just move on to AMC now.
Encino?
So then, AMC, yeah.
Oh, AMC now. Oh, that's what you said. AMC now. Okay.
If you have time.
I have all the time in the world, young man.
So I can't make up my mind if it was a pump and dump or if they're long.
That proves everything to me. That proves everything to me right there. Because two things can be correct at the same time, right? But how is it that you're so adamant about Ken Griffin and GameStop, but yet you're uncertain over here? That's what kills me.
GME, more talk about GME.
Thanks. Appreciate that. We're doing great on GME. We're doing great on AMC. Go ahead and keep talking. Don't worry. Test.
Don't let these shills distract from the message, my brother.
Thank you. I won't. But please let him talk. You're fine. Go ahead. Test. And why do you call yourself Test anyway?
Just testing out Discord.
Yeah, testing out. How long you been watching my channel?
A few weeks.
I gotta laugh, brother. I gotta laugh. You do realize we have thousands of hours of studying, of talking, of actually theorizing on what this is. And if you haven't watched all of Connecting the Dots, if you haven't watched every live stream, every video, then you don't understand my thesis. This is why you say you can't understand if it's a pump and dump or not.
Let me start off with this one question. Do you think AMC is there solely to offset the GME losses, like market cap for market cap?
Not by itself, no. But at one point, it was a hedge. The peg is the peg is gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have the value.
Has fallen, yeah.
But they're pumping Carvana. They're pumping numerous other sites. I mean, I get a whole laundry list of stuff they pump. Everything they have their grips into. And you know what it is? It's private equity. Who runs AMC? Apollo. Who ran Carvana? Who owns Carvana? Apollo. These are all pumps.
Well, I guess this is where we fundamentally differ again. Like, who do you think is pumping? So you think they all get together and they're like, okay, let's pump this stock to offset our collective losses. You don't think it's one player?
Look at the screen right now. Look at the screen right now. Okay? If you look at the screen right now, this is Carvana, pumped all the way through 2021, the same time frame that AMC was pumping. Okay? Or running. And now dumped out. A liquidity exit. This has no ties to Citadel. None.
So when you say they were using that to offset their GME shorts, explain that to me.
Oh, wow, you need this explained? Then you haven't watched my channel, right? Apparently. So
it's the tinfoil guy.
You are doing plenty of tinfoil. I don't know about him. He's fine. He can hang out. I don't care. Listen.
For someone to point the finger to, it's not Ken Griffin. It's Gordon Gekko, my guy.
There you go.
You should really Google him, all right?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. So here's how this works. In any trade whatsoever, if you're going to open up a short position, you have to show collateral. Collateral for the short, i.e. hold the shares. If you don't have the shares, great. You can tell them where you're going to get the shares. That's reg show, right? Initially, when it started was, I have to have these shares to write this said position. Well, that changed into, I have to know where to get those shares. And if you're like BlackRock and you have shares of every company in the world, you loan out your shares. But BlackRock's not stupid. What they're doing is they're loaning out shares and then they're buying back the loaned out shares, forcing these shorts to be down double the position they're in. That's the truth. Now, when you're over leveraged the whole way through, which every damn hedge fund was, because that's what hedge funds do. They find a company that they can destroy. It's called vulture capitalism. And besides just carving out the assets, they start leveraging that company. Everybody. How many different private equity firms has loaned out money to AMC? Silver Lake, Wanda, Melvin Cap, or not Melvin Capital, I'm so sorry. Mudrick, and then of course Antura. You have 4 different ones that have already come in with big sums of money, and what are all their ties to? Private equity across the board. Antura with Citadel, Mudrick with Apollo, and Silver Lake with Apollo. There you go. Oh, we're okay now. Now we all know that everyone's piling in on one stock. But while they're still doing that, they're destroying other companies. GNC got destroyed and run. Claire's, Linens and Things, Bed Bath & Beyond. Macy's has been destroyed twice now. Everybody pounces on one thing. If you saw what happened with Caesar's Palace, there was 9 hedge funds in that room. And Texas Group, TGP, the same way. There's just so many. The list goes on and on and on. But when you look at GSC and you look at KKR, you look at these guys who were in all these companies, came over to GameStop, yeah. You have to offset your short with a long. And their longs are being pumped everywhere.
Yeah. So
what do you think GNS is? What do you think BBIG is? Like, honestly. What do you think Mullen Automotive is?
Well, from what I've been seeing, Marantz, for the past almost 3 years, it's after AMC pumped, it just followed GME, right? Even more expensive than GME by market cap. And obviously, you know what I think. I think whoever is majority short, they had to offset that. And who can control a ticker's price at will?
Yeah, but you're talking about market. You're talking about the market, and I'm talking about actual fundamental companies and the way they run. Like,
yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but I'm here to discuss the market.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, stop looking at the market. That's the blinding part of this whole damn thing.
I know, but like we all say there's shorts out there, so you're not curious who's short, which funds?
I don't care. I don't care. I think the fundamentals of the company you invest in will overtake the shorts eventually one day by fundamentally running your business better. That's what I think.
You don't wonder if it's a systemic risk?
Nope. Not at all.
Why there was a congressional hearing, why new rules have been drafted?
Nope.
Why clearinghouses could have gone bankrupt and they had to turn off the buy button?
No, because it's not going to change someone's greed. You're born with these 7 deadly sins.
All right, well, I guess...
You want to sleep better at night? Make your investment and stop looking at the ticker price.
I always buy every paycheck.
I'm sure you do, but listen what you're saying. You're saying that they control this price. And you keep pinpointing it that Citadel controls the price. And what are they controlling? Nothing.
They can't let it go too high because then they're too in the red.
They control nothing. They control nothing. They don't control. Citadel does not control this company.
They don't control the company. They control the ticker price.
Yeah, and the ticker price means nothing. That's just an agreement between two people. That's an agreement between two people. What you pay for it and what you want to do with it. Supply and demand.
If they're manipulating the price, let's take it a bit further then.
Sure.
If they're manipulating the price, then they are short because to keep it at that price, they have to take the other side of the bet. So essentially, by lowering the price, they're doubling down on their position.
You're not listening. You're worried about price. You need to be worried about how this economy and how this company gets manipulated to perform well. They infiltrate companies. They make it harder for them to do their things. I'll give you the example.
I totally agree with you on that aspect.
But there's nothing else to talk about until you actually make investments into companies that are worth a damn. This is why I don't understand why you're so optimistic and or pessimistic about AMC. Well, I don't know if it's a pump and dump or if it's like, you know what it is? It's a bankrupt company.
Yeah, but
what is there to talk about? Who cares about the stock price? Who cares about the way it's going up and down on the ticker? It's a bankrupt company. That's my point.
That's cool.
I know. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool because you know what you tried to do? You try to come in here and mold the conversation to fit your narrative. And it doesn't work that way for me. And it never will. You want to know why I don't just look at the one guy that they tell you to look at? Why I don't read his body language? Why I don't care? Because I'm smarter than that. And it's people like you that get conned or get other people conned. You know, in the military, you know what we call you guys? Casualties. Because you literally will get people killed for the way you're thinking and the way you operate. There's a reason why I have a platform. There's a reason why I have the message I have. Educate yourself on the total story, not just the shit you want to talk about. And I don't mind breaking down a shill every time I get it. But you want to come in here and tiptoe around the shit? You want to walk on eggs with me? You want to walk on ice and you want to change your story mid-sentence while I'm breaking your shit apart? I'm built for this shit. I do this off the top of the head. And what are you doing there? Well, let's get to the next question. You didn't ask a fucking question. You pushed an agenda.
Well, I'm not here to push an agenda, Marantz. I don't know why you're getting so angry.
You confuse anger with passion. You confuse anger with delivery. How would you feel if someone that I'm not just talking to you. I've got 664 people already in here and over 2,000 people watch the stream. That's 2,000 investors that are going to hear the message come out incorrectly. They're not going to understand that the time in the moment where Marantz said, It's not about GameStop battling short hedge funds and stock price manipulation and crying over spilled fucking milk. It's about GameStop not being able to know who to trust and how to partner up in this world and how to navigate their business to become professional and to become prosperable. You know, you're like, oh, can it be prosperous? Yeah, it can. It can go through the moon. It can go to the roof. It can go higher than $18, whatever they want to control. Fundamentals will do that. But I got to deal with guys like you who see one side of the trade. I'll be here 5 years from now. I'll be here 5 years from now running this shit back and saying to myself, remember this day when they tried me? Good luck. 안녕하세요, 아저씨. I'm talking to the Korean in the chat. 안녕하세요. I'm done with test. Test, see yourself out the door.
Hell yeah, brother.
Fucking nonsense, dude. Let me tell you, all the DD in the world.
Listening to this guy gave me an aneurysm.
Yes.
And I know I own GameStop, but man, all of a sudden I forgot why I bought it. Maybe you might want to re-explain to people like the greatness, the juiciness that the many routes, options, possibilities of owning that certain stock.
Hey, don't worry, man.
I understand. That's why I didn't want to discuss that. I totally agree with you on that side.
No. I'm tired of hearing you. Did I tell you to leave?
That's the case, man. Listen, just stop being afraid.
No,
stop being afraid. Don't care about anything else. Look around you.
I told you to walk,
Yeah,
Tess.
because
This is where you take your feet and you start walking.
you don't believe the 20% short interest, do you? So I just wanted to get your thoughts on who do you think is short and if there's a...
My guy, I'm cringing for you, bro. He's asked you to leave, bro. Come on now.
No, it's okay. You want to ask, well, who's short and who's not, right?
Let me ask this question. Do you believe the official short interest?
I believe you're short the stock. After having this conversation with you, I believe you're short. That's what I believe. I believe you refuse to put your own name there. How about this? We'll do this fucking thing. All right? I'll play with you. I'll play your game with you. All right? Watch this. We're going to see how real you are right now, Test. Okay? This is how I operate. Maybe you've seen me. Maybe you've seen my channel. Maybe you've had the talk with me. This is us right here. Okay? This is your little square here in Discord. Turn on your camera. Show me who you are. Put your name on the tagline. Put your name and your face behind the words that you speak. Let's do it.
I'm not going to do that, Marantz.
Of course you're not. What the fuck do you have to hide? What are you afraid of?
His cubicle at Citadel at Canary Wharf.
Nah, hey. I'm putting your feet on the fire, young man.
I just came in to
I know what you did. I know what you did.
And the market mechanics.
Take your tail and put it back between your legs and walk right where you came back from. I've watched some of your DD. I understand, so I watched enough to know. What, enough to know that your name's probably in the fucking ledger? Roll. Clown. Shit, you walk into here. You walk into a buzzsaw,
I don't know
bro.
why everyone's attacking me all of a sudden.
Yo, Tess, do you own GameStop? Do you own any shares of GameStop? Yes or no? No more questions. Yes or no? Do you own GameStop? Yes or no, my guy?
All in, yes.
All in.
Oh, okay. Stop fearing, my guy. Or go
be
do your
fair.
due diligence. Don't let others do it
I'm
for
not
you.
having this shit for this guy. I don't give a shit what he's fearful of. It's the way you talk and it's
I'm
the way you ask
not
a question.
fearful of anything. I'm just saying that the market mechanics behind
Sounds like lies, and it sounds like you're just trying to cause confusion,
I'm
my
not
guy.
trying to cause any confusion. I'm just trying to understand if no one believes the 20% short interest and shorts never covered, then obviously there's a systemic risk of Jan 2021 happening again.
I don't care if it ever happens again. Give me $40 on this stock and I double my money. What the fuck?
Right, but listen, if they had to turn off the buy button once, I'm not spreading FUD or anything. I'm just wondering, like, what your thoughts are on that. Like, if they had to turn off the buy button because the losses were too much, no fund had the money to.
Yeah.
No fund had the money.
What the fuck is this guy, man?
No, it's okay, guys. Chill for a second. He's doing great.
Let's say someone is short, right, and the stock goes to 1,000, and they're 10 billion in the red, and they only have 1 billion. Who's going to cover their losses?
I'm sorry, I'm getting messages from work, but go ahead, ask that one more time.
Okay, let's say someone is short, right? Let's say a big player is short, and let's say the stock goes to 1,000, and now they're like, let's say 30-40 billion in the red.
Okay.
Who's going to pay for that?
Who allows them to get 30-40 billion in the red? What do you think? There was like 40 other numbers before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 20, or 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 billion fucking dollars. What number before that did you miss out on?
That's what happened in January, and they had to turn off the buy button.
What are you talking about again? You think that they couldn't cover? Is that what you thought it was?
There was not enough money to squeeze.
Oh, there was not enough money to squeeze. Duh, my bad, bro. Citadel was under. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So they were.
Citadel went and gave $4 billion to Melvin Capital, but they were under. You're just ridiculous. It's like you read half the fucking story, man.
No,
go ahead, hold your position. Go for it. Do what you do.
The one thing that hasn't been reflected about everything, the retail buying, GameStop's turnaround, is the price.
What do you mean? What do you mean the price?
So the price should be, according to supply and demand, much higher.
What do you mean? It's $76 right now. What do you mean it should be much higher? The S&P 500 has dropped off on the prerequisite to get in $3 billion. That means the whole market's coming down. Everybody's been falling down but GameStop. What the hell are you talking about?
GameStop was shorted way before 2021.
I know where you live. It might not be as prevalent, but here, inflation is well beyond 10%. Almost 20%. If I go buy a value meal of food, it's going to cost me $14, and it cost me $8 before. Almost double the price. You think I'm worried about where GameStop's at stock price-wise? Bro, go look at GameStop as a whole. Go look at how much flatline in sales. No growth there, right? Shortening their footprint, doing the right things, lowering their SG&A, lowering their controllable expenses, running a better business, a more nimble business.
And that's why I continue to buy.
Oh, there you go. You're fucking crazy, bro. Hey, are you married?
Nope.
I know it. Isn't that awesome? I already knew you weren't married before I even asked the fucking question. And if you don't understand that, that's why you'll never understand this channel. Guys, I really appreciate everyone being in the chat today, but I got to dip. I got work calling me, and I got shit to do. I'll clip all of this later for you guys. All you guys here, thank you so much for coming in. Gabriel, Derps. Derps, do you have a mic, Derps? If you have a mic, you can talk too. Anybody can talk. I really don't care. This guy is great for me.
Marantz, we love you, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love you right back. You sound like Kais Malej, bro. God, it's scary.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so my point was, you have no point. My second thing is, you asked 0 questions other than to say, do I believe in 20% short interest? And ding, 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 you got your ass kicked. Know it. GameStop, can't stop, won't stop, shut your ass up. Goodness gracious. Don't even know how to wear out your welcome. You did it well. GameStop, can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace.
Peace.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Kenny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, assume position. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.